this season on YouTube Live and NFHS Network. The lights are on. The field is lined. Let's do this, Tuscaloosa. This is Hillcrest football on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
He's on fire tonight, breaks the tackle. He's to the 10, he's to the 5, he's in the end zone. Yes. Touchdown, Patriots.
For live video stream, catch all the action this season on YouTube Live and NFHS Network. For live audio stream, tune in to Mixlr.com. That's MIXLR.com. And now, to the Bama Stuff broadcast booth with Brent Jones, Brad Armstrong, Brian Pirano, and the Hillcrest Football Broadcast crew on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
All right, welcome to Roy Johnson Stadium, home sweet home, back here on the campus of Hillcrest High School. Brent Jones, Brad Armstrong, Brian Pirano here with you as we bring you the Pats versus the Cats, the big rivalry game. What are you guys doing?
I'm not plugged in. Okay. I couldn't hear you.
There you go. You good now?
I'm good. Perfect.
Okay. The big rivalry game from across the river. Guys, this is the one that we always look forward to. It's been, what, since 2021 since we've hosted these guys here?
That's right.
Yeah, so pretty big deal to be here, huh?
Really big deal, Brent. It's a really exciting atmosphere. The weather's beautiful tonight. Kind of a little cloud cover, but makes it a little cooler, at least the day was. And then there's just a slight breeze down on the field, and the temperature is not super hot. It's probably, I'm reading it's 77 degrees.
Yeah.
So, hey, it's early October in the 70s. High school football,
yeah,
can't get any better than that.
It's hard to beat that. Hard to beat that. Welcome to the County Commissioner of District 3, Mark Nelson pregame show. And also, welcome to the Bama Stuff broadcast booth, which is where we are coming to you from. Exciting, guys. Of course, you know, this is kind of a difficult game to get a hold of because, you know, the old cliche is that in rivalry games, you can throw the record books out the window, right?
Right.
Yes.
And I'm believing that County High kind of would like to throw the record books out the window because they're sitting at 0-5, giving up close to 50 points per game and averaging about a touchdown a game.
Yeah, they're the lowest scoring team in 6A and they're 7A, and they're giving up the most points in 7A, Brent. So I think they'd probably like to throw out the last 12 years. But, you know, I think sometimes when it's been this long of a stretch, it might be tough for us to get up for. But I do think with it, you know, being our most played team in history, being the only other 7A team in Tuscaloosa County, I don't think we'll have any problem with our kids not being ready for this game, though, guys.
You know, it's interesting that you talk about it being the team that we've played more than any other team, and I believe the record right now is 15-12
That's right,
in
Brett.
favor of County
That's
High.
right.
However, I have been at Hillcrest now for 12 years, and Hillcrest has yet to lose to County High. Sorry, I knew you can't think I'm going to jinx this, right? Well, anyway, but my point is,
it is what it is, right, Brent?
I don't know what it's like for Hillcrest to lose to County High.
It's not good. You know, I'm looking at the record
not
right now, and the first 14 times we played them, they won 13 of those meetings, Brent. You know, so, you know, I mean, I know Brad's first year here was the 02 season, I believe, and mine was the 05 season. So we kind of came in the middle of that that streak of futility right there. So it's certainly nice, the record that we're on, Brent. But you're right. You know, it's something that, you know, these kids were not even really in school then. Are we getting ready for the national anthem?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But, you know, the funny thing is, you guys were talking about the records. Well,
is there a dimmer switch?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
The sky is opening up.
Yeah.
And the cards are coming in.
Now look, see, this is television, guys,
Wow.
right?
Wow.
We have light, so the audience can see us. It was like Brian wearing his black hat and his black shirt. He just looked like a face floating.
You know what? I'm fine. I think I'd like to be a phantom who's not blind.
Kylie, do you have the sunscreen?
Yep.
Well, Well, the reason why I brought it up is because we were talking a little bit about the streaks, right? Of course, early in the series, County High really dominated Hillcrest for a long time. And, of course, the size of the schools were a lot different back then. County High has always kind of been a lot larger than us. And, of course, the gap in attendance, or excuse me, in enrollment has lessened over the years.
Yes.
And the gap now is probably somewhere in the 300 kid range, something like that. But, the thing is, the line is killing me.
I'm good. Oh, you think it's bad on your end? You're okay.
Coach B, don't look at me because you'll only see stars. But, the funny thing is, when we talk about streaks, it makes me think like Tennessee, Alabama, for example. A lot of times people say, well, that game is in streaks, right? They win. But lately it's been back and forth. The home team wins. This game has only really had 2 streaks. County High won a bunch, and now Hillcrest has won a bunch, and that's pretty much it. And so it hasn't gone on long enough to have different types of streaks, but it's certainly not the Gordo-Pickens County number of games played, where they didn't play last week, but they were talking about the first time in 100 years that they haven't done that.
Wow, that's amazing.
Of course, our game has only gone on. This is the 28th meeting. So whatever the case is, it's a really exciting atmosphere. Of course, the kids know each other, regardless if they're on the team or not. The band kids, the cheerleaders, the employees have known, there are several Hillcrest graduates who work at County High. There are several county graduates who work at Hillcrest.
I don't know anybody like that.
I don't either, and I try to avoid those people. I'm just kidding. Obviously, Brent Jones is a County High graduate.
That's right.
And now is, of course, a Hillcrest employee for quite some time. So, it's definitely something that brings the communities some sort of local
excitement.
Yeah, I think excitement's a great word. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's wonderful. I mean, what would football be without rivals? Huh?
No,
most
listen,
definitely.
I agree with that.
That's what makes the game fun, and especially at the high school level, because you're a community and you're so close together, like all these kids are and all of us are as adults. I still have lots of friends across the river in Northport, of course, that I grew up with, and they give me a hard time about being at Hillcrest now, but I say, hey, that's what I am now. I'm a Patriot now. Actually, I have been at Hillcrest a lot longer than I was at Tuscaloosa County High School. Huh?
Oh, yes, that's correct.
Actually, I was only at Tuscaloosa County High School for 3 years, because back in my day it was
10 through 12.
Yeah,
right?
it was 10 through 12
right.
because you had the junior high school, which was 7 through 9.
Oh, I thought you were going to say back in my day you didn't need as many credits to graduate.
Well, isn't that obvious? And hearing me speak, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got the band out on the field right now, the Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band. And I believe we have something a little bit different here tonight. We've got the presentation of colors coming, but isn't the national anthem going to be sung tonight?
I believe it's
by
tonight.
members
I
of
think
the
our
Hillcrest
fantastic choir, led by Hannah Belgard, is going to sing it. I think it's tonight.
Is that right? Is that correct? What did he say?
They are combining with Tuscaloosa County Choir.
Okay, cool.
Oh, they're combined. The two choirs from. Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
I like that. The Hillcrest Choir and the Tuscaloosa County High School Choir are combining to sing the national anthem here tonight. So that should be exciting.
I like that. Just a little bit of pregame sportsmanship.
Yeah.
That goes a long way in my mind.
Yeah, I know. You're just the greatest sport, right?
I am a sport. Why are we delayed? We can keep going. Like we said, you're a sport, and then it got real quiet, like that was a falsification.
Well, it kind of is. But anyway, like I always said, I hated you until I started working with you.
Oh, wow.
And I got to know you.
Well, you know what? That's very kind. I'll take that as a compliment.
That's because, and the backstory of that, I know we've talked about it a lot through the years, is I was the tennis coach at Bryant. You were the tennis coach at Hillcrest.
Right.
And your coaching style is very aggressive and loud. Yeah.
Well, those who know me know that that's just not true.
Oh, really? Okay. But when I got here to Hillcrest and I started working with you and we became friends, you're one of my favorite people, quite honestly.
Well, I appreciate that, Brent. And, of course, we all have a really good relationship here in this booth, which is why we have such a quality broadcast.
Exactly. All right, look, the choirs are making their way out onto the field.
For the coin toss. No,
for the coin toss, yeah. For the singing of the national anthem. So this should be a lot of fun, guys. I'm going to enjoy hearing these guys sing.
I agree.
And we'll just have to wait a second till they get into place. I guess they're kind of lost without risers out there, right?
Well, they've been practicing, so they should know where to stand. And the other thing is, if you'll notice, they're just kind of intermingled. I was kind of interested to know, would they do Hillcrest on one side, County on the other, red on this, blue over here? But nope, just kind of all mixed in.
Yeah, in the interest of sportsmanship. Just mixing that red and that blue.
I think it's more in the interest of just melody.
All right, so here we go. The national anthem brought to you by the Tuscaloosa County High and Hillcrest High School choirs. Please enjoy.
Under the directions of Miss Hannah Kate Belgard and Miss Jenny Coleman.
All right, beautiful job by the combo choirs of Tuscaloosa County High School and Hillcrest High School. Guys, after that national anthem, we've got to take a break now because we've got to hear what Coach Jamie Mitchell has to say about tonight's game. So let's take a listen now to the Coach Jamie Mitchell pregame show. Hello and welcome to the Coach Jamie Mitchell pregame show. Brent Jones here with you, of course, and Coach Mitchell, let's talk about last Friday's game against Hueytown first. And that was just one of those all-time crazy classics, wasn't it?
Yeah, I told our kids, you know, we've created two memories this year that our kids will never forget in the Hoover game and that one. You know, I mean, those games will be with you for the rest of your life. I mean, every win's important, every loss hurts, but there's just a few that you stand out and you'll never forget. Those two are going to be, you know, remembered for a long time.
Yeah. And coming up, you got your rivals, Tuscaloosa County. We know that they've been struggling, but they got their first win this past Friday night, right?
No, they were open this past Friday.
Oh, they were open.
Yep.
I don't know where
they're 0-5.
Oh, okay. Maybe somebody just posted something that was random and erroneous. But anyway, 0-5, so they're looking for their first win. And boy, they would like nothing better than to get their first win against their rivals across the river.
Yeah, you know, I mean, there's no denying they're struggling. You know, of course, they had an open date last week, so they've had 2 weeks to prepare for us. And you know, I learned a long time ago, you never ever know with high school football. You know, and they had nothing to lose. You know, all the stops will be pulled out, I'm sure, and you know, we're going to have to be very alert and very aware. And you know, we just
watch out for the old water bucket play.
Everything under the sun, we're going to try to cover this week. You know, so. And even doing that, I mean, you're still dealing with kids. You know, we got to go play, and we got to make sure that we take care of us. And you know, I feel like if we do that, we'll be okay. But man, it's in our league, you better bring your hard hat every day.
That's right. And here's another thing that you have to deal with as a coach. We know how crazy the kids in general, not the guys who wear the jerseys on Friday night, get during this week and the TC Hillcrest week. How do you approach your players about that?
You know, that's probably as big as anything, is just remembering who we are and what we represent. And, you know, I've always been a huge believer in character over everything. And, you know, the kind of people we are speaks volumes to what I want to be known for. And, you know, we're on our guys about what they put on social media, what they say. You know, I mean, the game's 48 minutes. Let's play it between the lines, the helmet and shoulder pads, let everything else be handled by whoever else, you know. So that's our big mission this week.
Right. You know, we're recording this on a Monday. It's playing back on Friday, right before the game. Yeah. So let's hope that those words that you're saying here on Monday sunk into your players, and we're looking at a good situation as we listen to this on Friday. Absolutely. Okay, can you tell us a little bit, some specifics about County? We need to know.
Yeah, they're very unconventional on offense. I mean, they run the triple option, you know, which you just don't see very much at all. And you know, it can give you problems if you're not very disciplined on defense. You better take dive, quarterback, and pitch every play, you know. And they've had some moments where they've exploited some things and had some explosive plays, which that offense can do if you're not very, very consistent. The thing is, you got to do it over and over and over. You know, you got to take it every time the ball snaps. So they're doing some things on offense that give them a chance. And, you know, defensively, they struggle to get off the field. And, you know, it's just one of those games where special teams, again, we fully expect every gadget you can come up with in the special teams. So fake punts, onside kicks, anything that can go, you know, we're doing our very best to cover every arena.
In practice, when you know that a team's going to throw the kitchen sink at you, do you just try to come up with as many potential scenarios as possible and set them up and discuss them in practice?
Absolutely. You know, we even this morning, you know, we talked about onside kicks, we talked about fake punts, and you know, it gets into the deal. Do you play a little bit safer in some things that you typically would do, or do you be who you are? You know, so those are some decisions that we'll make as the week goes on, and try to figure out exactly how we want to attack the special team part of it, and be sure that we're safe. And you know, when we get opportunities to get the ball, we don't give it back to them.
Okay, sounds good. All right, TC week's always a lot of fun. Can't wait, Coach.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Ready. All right, welcome back to the very dark Bama Stuff broadcast booth, because everybody, you see, look, Brian looks like a floating head there. Right?
There's a roster there.
Yeah, let's move that out of the way. Yeah.
Let's see. This guy right here is Brent. That's Brian. Brad. That's right. I can't even find myself in the camera.
A little light here.
There we go.
There's Brad.
Whatever.
And there's Brian.
Nice Dorkster pin.
What I'm trying to think about here, Expelliarmus.
Oh, man. Oh.
Did I say that right?
No, I don't know if you said it right or not. The fact is you said it.
What?
I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, no, wait.
I think it's time for the keys to the game.
I got a better one here.
Yep.
You're watching Disney Channel.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. All right, yeah, let's go to those keys to victory. Let's take it.
That sounds like a good job.
You can tell we're really worried and tense tonight.
I'm ready.
Yeah, okay. All right, Alabama Express, thanks for bringing us our keys to the game. Let's take a look at that first set of keys there. And these are the keys for Hillcrest. And the first key is don't overestimate the Cats. Remember, this is a rivalry game and a region game.
Exactly right. We're not. I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna overestimate them much. You know, I don't think we need to underestimate them either. Right there.
Does that say overestimate?
It does.
I think it's supposed to say underestimate.
I was thinking. I was like, well, I don't have.
Brad, why don't you type anything?
I was about to say. I'm very, very confident we're not going to overestimate them. But no. I mean, I agree right now. You know, it is a rivalry game right now, and despite County's futility throughout the season, it is a game that matters for the playoffs. So, you know, I think our kids are going to come out ready from play one. You know, they're ready to go. They understand the streak. They understand what's on the line, and certainly don't want to be the first team in, you know, almost a decade and a half to lose to Tuscaloosa County.
And if you look at this second key, this has been a big problem for the team, is consistency. The first 3 games were great, but since that time, the team has been kind of inconsistent. Has had those non-play penalties, pre-snap penalties, and turnovers and mistakes like that, and they need to develop the consistency and get away from those things in execution. Right, Brad?
Look, the other thing that you have to consider here, whenever we talked about don't underestimate the Cats, remember, Tuscaloosa County is a little odd. from a standpoint of what their offensive approach is. It's a triple option. They're going to run some things. They only threw the ball, Coach B, 7 times last week?
That's what I heard,
and
yeah.
so
I think
7 times, and I would guess they probably ran more than 7 plays. And so, the overwhelming majority of their offensive snaps are run plays. So whenever you run the triple option, you've got to have people have the right run fit. You've got to have them lined up in the proper gap. They can't get out-techniqued. It's really important for your team to be prepared. And so it's odd. Now, they haven't scored a lot of points against other teams not named Hillcrest. So hopefully we can maintain that tonight.
Right.
But just remember, it is a rivalry game. We talked about being able to throw the records out the window.
That's right.
They also run weird stuff, which can create some real issues for your team.
I think somebody threw our studio light out the window, too.
I don't know, but as long as it's gone.
All right, let's move to those keys for TCHS.
Speaking of light,
It's hard to read through that light, isn't it? Take the that was yours, Brad. Take the car. Take the brakes off the car.
I see the brakes off the car. If I'm County High, I'm taking the brakes off the car because I don't need them. Like, there's no reason for me to even worry about slowing down. And so there's no sort of caution with which to play. You just go. And if you're take a chance. Should we go for it? Deadgum right, you should go for
At
it.
4th
Should
and
we
20,
fake a
who
punt?
cares?
Heck yeah, fake the punt.
Right.
Should we try an onside kick? Why not?
Yeah.
And those are the things. If I'm County, that's what I'm doing. I remember a couple years ago, Indianapolis Colts played Tennessee Titans, and the Titans had no business playing or beating a Peyton Manning-led Colts team. But they onside kicked it literally like 6 times during the game. And they got it like 2 or 3 times. And it really kept the Titans in it. Now, eventually, the Colts won the game big. But to me, tonight, the Tuscaloosa County is the Tennessee Titans. I think they got to pull out all the stops and go for broke.
Right, and they have to, as you say there, play with pride.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Listen, they still have half their season left like we do, and this is the biggest rivalry in Tuscaloosa County. We played them 27 times so far. So, this is a big deal not only in 69 South, but up there in 69 North, Brent. So, if you think about it, and they understand this, if they somehow came out and shocked us tonight and shocked the world, I mean, that makes their season. It makes their high school career right there. So they not only want to go out there and play with pride, Brent, but they also know, this will put them down in county high lore if they can somehow pull probably the biggest upset in 7A so far this year. So they want that pride. They're proud of their team. They're proud of their school, and they want to go out there and show it here in the biggest rivalry that we have.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, I guess I don't have to knock on wood for saying this because, usually in this rivalry week, there's crazy shenanigans that go on between the two schools.
Right.
And maybe there has been some, but there really haven't been any high publicity things that I've heard about this week. Has this been kind of calm for a County High week?
Well,
there's a few things.
Some stuff.
Maybe I just had my head under a rock.
No, good job.
Yep, I think it was a little less than normal, but certainly some things probably happened that that neither side loves. But we got through it and we got it to game time, though, Brent.
And the good news is our kids are on the field with PATH flags.
Correct.
Ready to see those guys run out here shortly. And if you have anything else to talk about, let's move on to that.
Okay, is there something that's on your mind that you would like to talk about?
No, I'm just trying to have a segue into anything.
Oh, okay. Well, it is about 6 minutes until kickoff, and both teams, well, I see County High down here on the north end of the stadium. I see them lining up to come out to the field, but the Hillcrest Patriots have still not come out of the locker room. Of course, we do have the fans for Hillcrest lined up, getting ready for the team to run through. One interesting thing about this rivalry that I love is that we have our motto as Country Fry County High, and theirs is Country Fry Hillcrest.
It's been this way for so long. In fact, I was in class today, and I was talking to them, and to me, listen, I've been here forever, and it's been Country Fry County forever, and it's been Country Fry the Crest forever. I would love a little change up, but then again, these kids only get 4 years of this.
Well,
so I would always say I would love to do Outclass County one year, and everybody dress up and do all that. But it has been this way, Country Fry, the other school, and God knows Dollar General sells enough Hillcrest T-shirts and County High T-shirts during this week.
To the opposite side.
Absolutely.
The other thing that I like is that ours rhymes.
True.
Country Fry Hillcrest doesn't sound nearly
Well,
as
they could
cool
say
as Country
Fry Hillcrest High.
I think it's
Country Fry the Crest
That's
for
what it is.
some little alliteration.
Well, they have the alliteration,
Yeah,
right.
Well, alliteration is less cool than rhyming.
I don't know. I kind of like alliteration. But in this instance, I think that the rhyming is much better. And also interesting, you can see the students out there on the field, and that's the Hillcrest line. And if you're just tuning in, you're thinking, why is Hillcrest wearing County High colors?
Right.
Is because they're dressed like country bumpkins, and they have the TC shirts, and they have the red X across the TC logo in the front. And County High on the other side does the same thing, although their fans are not allowed on the field to line up for welcoming their team.
That's right.
Nope.
That's right. Something new tonight, and we're going to give this a shot, but just so that everybody can know what's going on, we got a new run-under banner.
There we go.
Okay, so we've done a run-through banner for a long time. The run-through banner had some issues with the Velcro, so it kind of had a difficulty standing up straight. And, it's time for something new. And so, we thought our fight song is from Michigan, so we're going to try something Michigan does, and that's the run-under banner.
Okay.
And so you'll see the big dope hats being hoisted here tonight, and the kids will be touching the dope hats banner as they run under it
Here
tonight.
we go.
All right, and we're about to have the Alabama Credit Union coin toss out at midfield. And the Hillcrest captains are making their way out onto the field. The captains for tonight, number 53, Brylan High, number 76, Jamarian Hinton, number 43 is Taj Diggins, and number 20 for the Pats, Omari Taylor. And those are your four captains for the Patriots here tonight. Let's look at the center of the field, get a good, nice, tight shot there, and see if we can find out who wins the Alabama Credit Union coin toss. Thanks again, Alabama Credit Union, as always, for sponsoring our coin toss here tonight. Let's keep that shot on the coin toss if we can. There we go. Oh, okay, there we go. That's good. All right, so the official giving his last-minute instructions, showing them the coin. And County High will make the call for the toss. Very loquacious referee out there. And there's the toss. He almost misses it, but he does catch it. And it looks like...
We're getting play-by-play on the coin toss.
Yeah, but this is a very talk-happy ref. Okay, we got the sides of the field, but I believe County High won the toss.
And Brent, I think we left out the most important captain,
on the toss.
And they'll take the ball.
Yeah, the most important
County
captain
High
out there, though, is Gina Frith. I don't know if we mentioned Gina Frith out there in this breast cancer awareness game right here.
Right, yeah, because
Gina
it's
Frith
October.
Absolutely. So I do want to honor Gina Frith, a longtime Hillcrest employee and supporter, as she nothing is more Hillcrest than Gina Frith.
No doubt, Brian. She's, she kind of embodies a lot of things that we do.
Absolutely.
So, and of course, we love her, longtime Hillcrest Patriot, and near and dear to us and the entire community.
And the namesake of our fantastic softball tournament led by Coach Sweeney.
That's right.
And it's the debut of the Run Under banner.
Well, let's see if it goes.
Is that what you call it?
That's what you call it.
And here they come, the cheerleaders,
There we
the
go.
players jumping up and tapping the banner as they go. And let's see if the banner makes it through its first game.
Almost
there. And it is tough enough to endure
it better be
all the taps from the Hillcrest football players as they come through. The County High Wildcats, dressed in all white with the blue numbers, make their way to the sideline across the field. The Hillcrest student section, known as Mitchell's Mafia, make their way back to their stands, and the Hillcrest Patriots await the start of the game here on the near sideline. So you said that County High has elected to take the ball. They won the toss, and they're taking the ball.
They might as well. Good for them. They want to get out there, and like Brad said, maybe they're going to throw the kitchen sink at us. So, I think we can expect absolutely anything on offense right now.
The water bucket play.
The water bucket play. Any sort of thing we can get right. They are literally going to throw the kitchen sink at us.
Hey, I have to ask you guys if you remember this. It was around 2011, 2012, something like that. Bryant came here to play and actually ran the water bucket play, and it worked for an 80-yard touchdown. Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
Nope.
I don't remember.
Of course, Hillcrest ended up winning the game.
Oh, I remember that part of it. Yes.
But,
no, I don't remember. Yes.
But I remember the old water bucket play.
I don't know if I know what a water bucket play is.
I don't know what a water bucket play is.
It's like it's kind of one of those sneaky plays where you're pretending like you're coming off the sideline, but you stay on.
Oh, like Arkansas, like Oklahoma did to Auburn?
Yeah. It's called the water bucket play because I think you're pretending you're going to get water.
Well, that's illegal.
It is, but it wasn't at the time.
All right.
And it worked. Of course,
It's shifty.
it is. Of course, Bryant lost the game, but it was exciting because it was like the first play of the game, and Bryant took the early lead. All right, here we go with the Tiger Rock kickoff. And, of course, our special teams player of the week from last week, Elijah Miller, he of the go-ahead field goal with 56 seconds last week against Hueytown, will kick it off for the Patriots. He approaches. Toe to leather. It's high. It's deep in the corner and fielded and fumbled at the 5. Still on the ground. And Hillcrest is able to scoop it.
It's dead. It's dead.
And it will be dead. It will not be a touchdown, but Hillcrest will have the ball at the county high, I believe about the 4 or 5 yard line.
6-yard line, Brent. Well, the Whitecaps standing on the 6.
Okay, gets knocked forward as you see on the replay, and yeah, he gets it at about the 7. All right, and there, Johnny on the spot, Trent Curley, the wide receiver, scooping it for the Pats, and the Pats have an early opportunity.
You know, that's about as good as you could hope if you're Hillcrest right then. A muffed kickoff, got a favorable bounce for us. Obviously, you can't return a muffed kick. You know, last week against Hueytown, that was actually, they possessed the ball, then fumbled it, therefore they could return it.
The bad news, if you're county high, is you won the toss and you took the ball.
And you gave it to the opponent inside their 10, yeah. Hillcrest starting out in the Centel Home Design red zone. Jordan Shamley under center with the toss to Jacoby, and Jacoby will walk in the end zone untouched. Touchdown Patriots. Very little time has passed. As a matter of fact, 19 seconds on the game clock, and Hillcrest has the lead 6-0.
That's a really good drive. One play, 6 yards. You know, I'm just saying, that's my kind of drive right there, guys. Anything that ends in a touchdown, of course, is a good thing. And then to do it off of the opening kick turnover is even more advantageous for the Patriots.
And looking at the replay, guys, he went in untouched. That's a great job by our line there, giving us a 6-0 lead, 19 seconds into the game.
I believe untouched is the way the play-by-play guy called it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Way to go.
The snap, the kick, it's up, it's good. Thank you to Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center for sponsoring our extra point and field goals. My favorite sponsorship of Dr. Brandy Patterson this year was last week with 56 seconds left.
Yeah.
37-yard field goal against Hueytown. That gave us the lead and eventually won the game for us.
No doubt. You know, that game, the more I've thought about it, the more I think, and I was a little bit, with just me, obviously there were some offensive woes in that game, and I think we kind of looked at each other thinking, man, our offense is kind of struggling just a bit. But to struggle and to still come out with a win like that, and in the fashion in which we did it, it just feels like almost, instead of elation, it was relief.
I do think it also, that type of win can galvanize a team for the second half of the season.
It wakes you up.
You know, absolutely.
Yeah.
Where, we had a tough week last week. Kind of like you just said, Brent, wakes you up and realizes we still have a lot to play for, put all differences beside us and get back to what made us 4-2.
Right. It was a nightmare in those two region games against Hewitt and Vestavia, and it was a nightmare up until the second half against Hueytown, but we did wake up finally. Here's the Tiger Rock kickoff, fielded cleanly this time at the 16, up to the 25, the 30, and down at about the 32 is where the Cats will start their first offensive possession.
Well,
like you said, Brad, we'll get to see this triple option offense right now, something we just don't see a ton right now. So interesting to see how the Pats first-team defense responds to it.
You know, a lot of times when you're playing somebody like Army, Navy, it doesn't take a lot. They're going to keep the ball a lot.
Right.
That time of possession is going to be really in favor of Tuscaloosa County if they do it the way they're supposed to, right?
The quarterback is number 6, C.J. Kimball. He's under center. 2 backs flank him. Here's the snap, and Kimball is tackled in the backfield as it looked like the fullback tripped as he was coming to take the handoff straight up the middle, and Kimball was just swarmed under by a host of Patriots.
Yeah, I think it was led by 94 Jeremiah Beverly there, but I agree with you, Brent. It did look like somebody went the wrong way on that play.
I think he tripped.
Did he trip?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's holding the ball there waiting, and then nobody got it.
The ball actually hit the fullback's helmet.
Yeah,
he's lucky that he held on to it. Kimball under center again.
That's an illegal. That's
Here's
illegal.
a handoff over right guard.
That's illegal.
The Cats' Dylan Taylor, not far for him.
That's what our whole coaching staff is saying.
That is 100% illegal. They have two guys that been in motion at the exact same time.
And I think that's what literally the whole staff is saying for the Patriots, led by head coach Jamie Mitchell.
Well, that may prove troublesome in the future in this game, but right now it's a 4-yard loss.
Is that the same guy we had last week?
I don't know, but
that looks like him.
That's not even close to being legal.
Kimball under center. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, slings this one over to the right side. It is complete, or did he call him out of bounds?
No, it went through his hands. It wasn't even close.
All right, he juggled it out of bounds, so incomplete. So 4th and 14 from the 30, and the Cats will be forced to punt.
Brett, what'd you notice in warm-ups? I think you had a little something about the snaps.
Yeah,
Didn't you?
it
Something
looked
possibly
like the
work?
long snapper was struggling getting the ball to the punter very quickly.
Certainly something to keep an eye on as we move forward tonight, as we expect County to need to punt the ball quite a few times.
Back deep for the Patriots, Caden Smith and Jacoby Harris. This one will be fielded by Caden at the 34-yard line. He looks for some room. He's got a little bit midfield, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, and into the end zone. Touchdown Patriots. Caden Smith with a 65-yard punt return for a TD.
Nicely done by Caden. It's also nice to have 3 back in the lineup.
The lineup,
Thank you.
And I thought Zay had a shot at blocking that. It almost looked like he pulled up at the last second, wanted to give 3 a chance right there to do it.
Yeah. Really well done. It looked like he was pretty explosive. Of course, well blocked by the Hillcrest Patriots.
All right. Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center getting a lot of airtime tonight as we are here with the extra point attempt for Dr. Brandy Patterson. Elijah Miller on for the second time. We've played 2 minutes exactly, and with that extra point, which is good, the Pats are now up 14-0. 10 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Well, guys, it couldn't have gone a whole lot better. I mean, you're 2 minutes in the game, and you've put up 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. One by way of a turnover, really, one by way of a special teams play. The Hillcrest offense has literally run 1 play for 6 points so far.
I hope our flag crew stretched well, because I have a feeling they might be on the field quite a bit tonight. Like you said, I don't want to say we necessarily expected this, but just, comparing scores, this is something that we certainly hope for, though.
All right, yet another Tiger Rock kickoff. It's the 3rd one of the night in 2 minutes of game time.
I know.
Just in case you're
run out of things to talk about in the first quarter.
Just in case you're listening on Mixlr, the Hillcrest Patriots are kicking left to right.
And Brad,
on your what?
On your radio dial.
On your radio dial.
We
That's
do.
right.
We have 5 listeners on Mixlr.
Thank you, Mixlr.
Thank you to all 5
he
of
called
those.
it Mix-a-lot.
Yeah. Mix-a-lot. Thank you. Sir Mix-a-lot.
Sir Mix-a-lot.
Yes, Mix-a-lot got back. Mix-a-lot got back. Yep.
All right, so, and County High will be returning right to left on your radio dial. All white uniforms, actually a really clean stormtrooper look for the Tuscaloosa County Wildcats. They're all white helmets, white helmets, white jerseys, white pants, and then with royal blue face masks. But that's about it. Other than that, they've got some royal blue numbers, and everything else is snow white.
Their storms are definitely getting trooped right now.
So far.
It sounds like something my mom would say. I'll troop your storm.
Pretty good.
Here's the Tiger Rock kickoff. A line drive, deep one that bounces into the end zone. So the Cats will start at the 20 for this time.
The variety of kickoffs we have. We've seen already in 2 minutes, we've seen a long high kick, basically to the right side, short kick to the left hash. Now, an all the way down there knuckleball that kind of twist and turned out of bounds. So, you can see not only Coach Mitchell's variety, but the ability that Elijah has to execute it.
Coach Mitchell has a lot of confidence in Elijah's ability to mix up those kicks. It's really interesting the way he uses him as a weapon.
C.J. Kimball, under center, takes the snap, handoff to the fullback up the middle, and he's really got nowhere to go. The running back for the Cats is Julius G., the junior. It'll be 2nd down and 11. He actually loses about a yard.
Well, actually, I think he gained about a foot, Brent.
Oh, you're right. I'm looking at the sticks backwards. Sorry.
That looks like
an injured
Jeremiah
player.
Beverly is taking a...
Yeah, injured player on the field. So With this break, why don't we go ahead and take a break, Kylie? We'll take a break with your score, Hillcrest 14 and County High 0, 9:41 remaining in the first quarter. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Ignite is a high school student employment initiative. We have a summer job fair, and a lot of employers have hired students from the summer job fair.
If you are not involved in Ignite, you should be involved in Ignite. It will be the best decision that you will make for your company in the hiring process.
It's an opportunity to grow your own workforce, to mentor young people. You can help give back to the community by helping students engage in a productive activity. Ignite is a high school student employment initiative.
All right, welcome back as Jeremiah Beverly is making his way to the sidelines. Let's hope that Jeremiah is okay.
The good news is he's walking off.
Yes,
with
under
just
his own power.
Yeah, pretty much,
that's true. Well, let's hope that isn't anything too serious. All right, so here we go. Second and about 9 for the Wildcats. Shotgun formation this time. The snap is almost over the quarterback's head. He's able to complete it over to the right side. And after the completion, running down the sidelines into Hillcrest territory to the 25 and out of bounds or into the end zone? No, out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Wow. So big play for the Cats on second down.
No doubt. Watch Zay Hall track him down. Zay Hall is 6'3", 232 pounds, and he caught it from behind. You can see why he's an Alabama commit.
Yeah, as a nice play design, of course, Hillcrest has been lulled to sleep so far with a little triple option, give here, give there, and then it really left a wide open wide receiver on to the boundary, or to the far side boundary.
So the Cats now in the Centel Home Design red zone at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. Here's a handoff over right guard, and walking into the end zone is the running back Julius G. Cutting it to a one-score game, 14-6, as the Cats march down the field in a hurry.
Yeah, well done there by County. And you know, they really rest on their laurels with that triple option. Every once in a while, you've got to take a shot.
And they took a shot. Into the end zone is the running back.
Well, you know that's also something Coach Patterson's probably harped on, and he's not happy right now. We cannot just fall asleep on this Tuscaloosa County High School team.
Extra point attempt is up and good by the Cats, J.D. Stevens, 14-7, 9:10 remaining. We've played 2 minutes and 50 seconds, guys, and there have been 3 touchdowns in this game.
Well, you figure that pace is not going to be able to be maintained. But, yeah, 21 minutes, or excuse me, 21 points in fewer than 3 minutes. That's
if that pace is maintained, we break every high school scoring record in the history of the game.
We're going to need a new scoreboard.
That's right.
It only goes to 99. Okay.
I wonder what they did at Williamson last week.
I don't know.
We may
what
have
if
to
their
talk
scoreboard
about
goes
that.
to 100? Yeah, we do need to talk about that.
We may need to discuss the Williamson-Murphy game.
Yeah.
Sure.
By the way, Coach Pete, while we got just a second, RSV scoreboard design and RSV scoreboard design updates, what kind of games are you watching tonight?
Here's what I got. You tell me. I got Thompson and Hewitt, one I'm definitely watching.
Okay.
Phoenix City, Central Phoenix City, Auburn, Carver versus Enterprise, Dothan, Opelika, all those 7A games. Vestavia, Prattville, Hoover, Oak Mountain, Hueytown versus Northridge, and then a local game, McAdory versus Central.
McAdory Central, got it.
And then, I also have Clay Chalkville, Mountain Brook. I left that one off.
Okay.
Sounds like some good ones tonight.
Some very good ones, Brent.
All right, thank you RSV Designs for sponsoring our scoreboard updates. All right, now we're up to another Tiger Rock kickoff. Thanks, Tiger Rock. It's high, it's short, it's fielded at about the 28, up to the 30, 35, 40, 45. Tight roping down the sideline into County High territory. Goes the Pats. I believe that was Jalen Cook, was it?
Was it Cookie, number 13?
Was it 13 or was it 11?
11's Austin Cherry.
Yeah, Austin Cherry. So it was either Cook or Cherry. I couldn't tell. Didn't have my binoculars on them. I should have. I'm getting to where I can't just watch with the naked eye and call the game correctly. I have to use my binoculars to make sure that I'm getting the right call.
You know, it's amazing. We're at 14-7. It feels like we've got a lot of possessions, and we're only going to run our second offensive play from scrimmage right here, guys.
Wow. right, so DeJuan Johnson in there at running back, flanking Jordan Chambly, who is in the gun. 3 wide receivers to the short side of the field. 1 here to the right, that's Caden Smith. This one is aimed at Caden, but it's at his feet at about the 36-yard line on the slant. Caden was open, Jordan just missed it.
Yeah, and if you'll notice, the man coverage there was a good 9 yards off the line of scrimmage, so the slant's definitely there. Linebackers are kind of sucked into the middle of the line of scrimmage, too, because of the threat of the run game for Hillcrest. So the one-on-one coverage is certainly there on this outside to the field, on the near side of the field.
Caden, the only receiver, split out wide to the right, here to the wide side of the field. DeJuan Johnson will take the handoff up the middle. Straight ahead running by Johnson, crossing the 45 to about the 44. Nice gain of about 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Be interesting to see how County, they're kind of moving some guys in the box, out of the box, trying to decide which one they're going to cover, the slant or the run.
And County High jumps off sides to give Hillcrest a free 5 yards. So instead of being 3rd and 6, it'll be 3rd and about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, tough break there for Vanden Thornton, the County High junior, who's guilty of the neutral zone infraction.
All right, Jordan under center. Jacoby Harris directly behind him will get the belly G. Jacoby breaks free. He's down to the 25, the 20, into the Centel Home Design red zone at the 19, and of course that is enough for Stephen Fikes' all-state first down.
Yeah, well done there by Jacoby. Thought he did a really good job kind of, weaving his way through the
shiftiness, right? Yeah, just kind of took a step left, step right, step left, and was able to pick up 25 yards.
I also liked how he didn't press. He just kind of waited for things to open.
Chambly in shotgun, dropping back, looking downfield, slings it across the middle, and this one out of reach of his intended receiver, Jacoby Harris, at about the 5-yard line. Just overshot him a little bit.
Little drag route, maybe a little 15-yard drag route there by Jacoby. Our replays just a little bit, it looked almost like Jacoby may have checked up for a second when he slowed down on his route coming across the field, but maybe a little bit.
Good coverage.
Yeah, pretty good coverage.
Yeah, wasn't bad.
It would have had to have been a pretty good throw on the part of Chambly.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 19. Jordan under center. Jacoby Harris directly behind him, 3 yards at the fullback position. DeJuan Johnson deep at tailback. Jordan takes the snap, hands it off to DeJuan. DeJuan is hit right at the line of scrimmage, but pulls his way forward for about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
What are you guys feeling here? Feels like, get the ball in the hands of number 5
that's
or
what
number
I would
3.
think, too. Get him to the flat, get him somewhere. Anytime Hillcrest has the ball, kind of this all season, is look for 5, look for 3, put them in space and see if they can make plays.
Jordan will be in shotgun for this 3rd and 6. He's going to swing it, or actually toss it across the middle. Good read there, seeing Caden Smith come across the middle. Cutting open for the touchdown for the pass.
Well, I like how they moved the back. DeJuan Johnson went to the flats, which forced the linebacker to come up and cover him, which then allowed the slant to be wide open for Caden. So they had the field to work with, so there was a lot of room that they had to kind of meander over there.
Yeah, as I was watching that, I was thinking that he was going to swing it out to Jacoby, because I was like, Jacoby's got all kinds of room. But then you're right, when the linebacker committed over to Jacoby, then it left the slant open. It was a beautiful
Well, I think that's probably the read. You wait and see what he's going to do.
The extra point attempt. Thank you to Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Centers for yet another extra point. 21-7 Pats, 7:14 remaining in the first quarter.
It's what type of drive you want, too. It's right here, I know Coach Mitchell, he wants to work on some things this week. Of course, we want the win, Brett, but just get back into a good groove. Brad, you mentioned it last week. That offense was so disjointed last week. Coach Mitchell moving into, some tough games moving moving forward. Obviously, Thompson next week. Then we finish the season with Prattville and Oak Mountain. He wants to get some momentum, kind of get that offense back in sync for these last 3 weeks. We're going to face tougher opponents.
You know, it's all about confidence, and you think as the longer the season goes along, the more confidence you should have. And that last week, it just felt like maybe it was a chance to, you talked about galvanizing, and I think you've got to continue to look for those opportunities. I do like that matchup that they're exploiting so far, that slant by Caden.
I agree.
Because that was about the third time that they've run that particular, not exact same play, but with the slant to Caden. So
I don't think they have anybody who can hang with Caden.
No.
We're going to be seeing that for as long as Caden's on the field. Here's a high, deep Tiger Rock kickoff, fielded at the 9, cleanly this time. And the tackle, well, no, he breaks a couple of tackles, bounces outside and moves it up to the 25, and the Cats will start there.
Yeah, good job by Austin Cherry, staying in his lane right there. Not good job by Hillcrest on the initial contact, letting County pick up an extra 8 to 10 yards.
One thing that it looks like that I'm seeing is a couple of guys trying to strip the ball. I saw somebody go in, for the hammer trying to punch the ball out. Instead, just tackle the guy. Especially your first contact should be a tackler. The second one could try to get the ball out.
The snap, little swing pass out here to the left side. Nice blocking out in front. Cuts upfield and is at about the 39-yard line before C.J. Hutchins, the slot receiver, is brought down.
Deshaun Pope got his money's worth right there.
He let him have it.
That was
there.
a decleater right there. He did not see big number 96 coming. He cuts back, and there he is.
Well, he saw Joe Davidson and got Deshaun Pope.
Right.
And I can promise you, if you've seen those two guys, there's a big difference.
You're right.
Joe
we do
Davidson,
hope this young man's okay.
Oh,
He's still
100%.
down on the field, so.
Well, he made a heck of a play after the catch, following his blockers and cutting upfield. And to his credit, he wasn't ready to go out of bounds. He was going to try to get everything, taking the brakes off the car, like you say.
I agree, and I like that mentality.
Keep it in the field, but when you're headed back in the other direction and you get plowed by big number 96, it's not good for you.
Couple early RSV design score updates. Hewitt's up 3-0 on Thompson. Prattville with an early 7-3 lead on Vestavia Hills.
Well, okay.
Oh, wow.
The Lions.
And Hoover just scored against Oak Mountain, 7-0 Bucks.
Huh.
All right, did you say you had a score? You had a Thompson Hewitt score?
No, I do. It's 3-0 Hewitt very early.
Okay. Interesting. All right, so C.J. Hutchins, the receiver, is up and walking off the field. Guys, he looks like he's walking pretty well. I think that one just might have been.
Yeah, I think he got it. Yeah, I think he got what they used to say a little while ago. He got his bell rung. Now, you can see he's a little bit woozy right now. Obviously, we hope the young man's okay. I don't know how much we'll be seeing of number 1 tonight.
6:56 remaining in the first quarter. 21-7 in favor of the Hillcrest Patriots. The Cats have it 1st and 10 at their own 39 after that completion to Hutchins. C.J. Kimball under center. Communicates with his back behind him, and here's a handoff over right guard. Crossing midfield down to the 47-yard line. A pickup of 13 yards by the running back Dylan Taylor, and a first down for the Cats.
Yeah, you could see that DJ Jones a little shaken up. He stuck his head, probably took a little knee to the head.
That's what it looked like. It looked like he was trying to loosen that neck up, loosen that shoulder up, Brad.
That was a good tackle in the open field, but definitely took some contact to his helmet. Anytime you take a knee to the head, that can really get your stars going there.
C.J. Kimball communicates back to his running back, Dylan Taylor again. C.J. will pitch this one out, and boy, this one will be brought back to the 45-yard line. After the Hillcrest Patriots just had all kinds of pursuit on that.
The thing is, County did a pretty good job on that other play. That was a really nice run there by the sophomore running back, Dylan Taylor. And really good-looking running back, by the way. Looks like he's probably a load to bring down. And then you cannot counter it or couple it with that play. So it's not like County High can't make plays, but you've got to be able to get out of your own way sometimes or limit a play that can kind of hurt you. And, of course, County High just wasn't able to do that there.
Yeah, it's a loss of 10 back to the 45, and it's 2nd down and 20. Pass across the middle is complete into Hillcrest territory down to the 42-yard line. Nice completion there to the receiver, number
83.
83. Yeah, that's Aiden Gusewich.
Yeah, great hands right there by that young man.
That was a really good catch.
That was not a well-thrown ball, and I had to reach back, use only his hands to catch it. Great job reeling it in.
The funny thing is, guys, I saw a Hillcrest defender over there almost knock the ball down, so it was almost like that was the window that he had to throw it through and was able to do so.
After the big pickup of 15, it's 3rd down and 5, and the snap goes over Kimball's head. He's able to retrieve it, and he just throws it out of bounds to avoid being sacked and save the field position here on 4th and 5 in Hillcrest territory. I kind of feel like the Cats offense will stay on the field.
Well, it looks like they are, but so far that's kind of the theme, like 1 foot, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And if County High could eliminate those steps backwards, they might have themselves in a better situation.
All right, so Kimball is under center. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage. He'll take the snap. Kimball will keep it around right in, and he's got the 1st down and more as he moves inside the 30, down to the Patriots' 28.
Yeah, that triple option is really tricky. I think a lot of people, the dive was open. Well, I think a lot of people thought Dylan Taylor had the ball on the dive. Of course, the quarterback kept it and ran outside right side for a nice play. You said you thought that the tailback had the ball?
I was about to comment how he stopped them on a routine 4th down, and then I noticed the quarterback went around that right end.
All right, Kimball under center. The snap, the handoff up the middle, again to Julius G this time. G with a nice gain of about 7, 8, and it'll be, we'll call it 2nd down and 3.
County having a good sustained drive right here. That first drive was, on that 70-yard run right there, but County High picking up several 1st downs, picking up a 2nd and 19, or eventually converting on it. Coach Patterson's defense needs to get off the field here.
Kimball under center with 2 backs behind him. Will take the snap. Kimball, I believe, was fooled by his running back. He expected to be able to hand it off to Braylon Dove, but Braylon Dove was not ready for it. Kimball was forced to keep it, and he was pretty much in no man's land and brought down immediately.
I wasn't exactly sure what he was expecting, but it's again that theme, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and of course that wasn't, they didn't take a whole lot of steps backwards there, but still basically a play for nothing doesn't help their cause, but a nice 1st down play kind of keeps them in it.
It's 3rd down and 1 as he picked up a yard actually on that play.
Flag on the play. Procedure.
A flag is thrown, and there's a couple of steps back again for you, Brad, as it's a false start against County High. Instead of 3rd and 1, it'll be 3rd and 6.
See, and I think the thing that you can tell, there are some weapons on the County High side of the field. There is an ability to move the ball. But to sustain a drive in 7A football, you've got to be able to put it together more than 1 play at a time.
Kimball under center. The snap, the option play, the handoff to the fullback, G, up the middle. Not a whole lot of room there for him. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 6 from the 24-yard line. 21-7 Hillcrest, 3:31 remaining in the 1st quarter.
It looks like County's keeping their offense on the field right there. Now, they do have a capable place kicker. It's a young man I watched in warm-ups, and I'll take Elijah any day of the week, but he is more than capable of at least having a good opportunity from that distance. But Coach Bell elected to keep the offense on the field.
Kimball under center again, as he usually is.
There you go.
And Kimball fakes the handoff to G, but keeps it over right end, and he will be brought down in the backfield. Probably should have handed that one off, guys. Looks like the hole had opened up there for the running back.
Well, you know, it's always easy to say that, but Adrian Love with a great play, of course, ends the county drive. And, you know, it's that all-gas, no-brakes mentality I think they had to play with, so I support them going for it on fourth down, just wanted to come up with a play. Of course, give A.J. Love credit for blowing that one up, because even though it feels like that dive may have been there, remember, whenever he doesn't have the ball, the defenders shift. So it makes it look like something's open that wasn't.
Right. All right, so the Pats take over on downs from the 27-yard line, their own 27. Jordan Chamblee is in shotgun. Omari Taylor is to his right. Jordan rolls to his right, completes it over here to the right side to Trent Curley. Short gain on the completion over here in the flat of about 4. It'll be second down and 6.
I really like that actually for a first down call, because it sets up a decent set of chains for you, but it also forces those linebackers to think slant, forces those safeties to creep up, and then you hit them over the top with something else potentially down the line.
Second down and 6 from the 30. Chamblee moves under center. Omari Taylor and DeJuan Johnson behind him. Play action pass. Chamblee slings this one down the sideline and wide open at the 40, the 35, 10, 5, and touchdown goes Jacoby Harris. Yeah, on the 70-yard touchdown slings this one down the sideline.
You get everybody creeping up. If you notice on that play, County High's defenders were only about 9 yards from the line of scrimmage. The speed with which Hillcrest plays on the outside with Jacoby Harris can't speed. Heck, even Trent Curley. Those guys have some speed, and you cannot defend everything deep. But at that time, County High didn't defend anything deep.
2:05 remaining in the first quarter. Hillcrest about to attempt the Dr. Brandy Patterson extra point attempt to make it 28-7. We have not even played 10 minutes of football. The kick is up from Elijah Miller. It's good. 28-7. 10 minutes of football have been played, guys.
Well, the pace didn't slow down just a bit, but it hasn't slowed down much. The other thing that I think that is really a big deal, guys, Jacoby Harris is the receiver on that one. He's a tailback. But what does that say to me? Well, Hillcrest has some capable tailbacks that force County High to think there's the potential run. DeJuan Johnson was back in the backfield there, and then you're able to get some people in the slot. It just puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and Hillcrest is able to exploit. I love the fact that they're able to feel a little confidence, too, because this is something that wasn't there last week.
Yeah, and a great job by the O-line right there, giving him plenty of time to throw the ball. I agree, though. That, I believe, is Jacoby's longest touchdown catch of the year right there.
Yeah.
Adding another aspect right
70
there.
70 yards.
You're right. Good job by Jordan right there, letting the play develop. Brett, you commented on what a cannon he has in warm-ups. He kind of had that in the actual game right there, even though.
And it just makes it look so effortless, too.
Yeah, he does.
The other good news is I was actually thinking that whenever I saw Chamblee drop back to pass, I thought he was fixing to throw it deep to Caden Smith.
Yeah.
And then threw it on the far side numbers.
Right. Here's another Tiger Rock kickoff. This one is deep and fielded in the end zone. Actually, I guess his feet were not in the end zone. But he's tackled at the 10-yard line. I want to see the replay on that because I thought his feet went in the end zone. But, I guess it's good for Hillcrest that they didn't. Let's look at this replay here. Deep and fielded.
Looks like they were on that line.
But, hey, we'll take it. End zone. It'll be County High ball on the 12-yard line as opposed to the 20. But he's tackled at the 10-yard line. 1 minute even remaining in this first quarter. It's 28-7.
Yeah, 157. That clock gets a little wonky sometimes.
Oh, okay. 157. I thought something was strange there.
I think it's a wireless interference.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. We wouldn't know anything about technical issues on our broadcast. C.J. Hutchins under center. The snap and the handoff. And the running back is swarmed behind the line of scrimmage. Led there by Jamichael Watson for the Pats.
Really well defended there by Hillcrest. And that time they met at the mesh point where the where the quarterback and the running back met. And when you can meet there and get enough penetration with your defensive line, you don't have to guess. You just tackle the ball. And that makes it a lot easier. Hillcrest was able to come up with a really good play there.
Here's the snap. Kimball swings it out here to the right side. Beautiful read there by the Pats. Number 25, Ketori Howard, as he brings him down immediately, and it's now 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Ketori did a really good job breaking on the throw there. Well delivered by County High, but a better break by Hillcrest defensively.
Kimball under center on this 3rd and 10, now under a minute to play in this first quarter. Kimball rolls to his right, slings it down and complete past the sticks at the 26-yard line and tackled at the 27, and that will be enough for a first down on the nice 3rd down conversion.
Brad, you harped on it earlier. They're not a completely incapable team, and when you said that, I was thinking he's completely right there. We evidenced here over and over again. They have isolated good plays. They just can't put a couple of them together right there. So I think that's probably been the story of not only this game for County, but of the season.
Kimball hands it off over right guard. Pickup of about 6 by the running back. I believe that was G. Or was that Taylor? That was Taylor. And I think that will probably be the last play of the first quarter. The end of 1, Hillcrest 28, County High 7. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network. The Patriot Nation gets hungry for Chinese food. There is no doubt about where to go. Lee Palace in Inglewood Village. Lee Palace has been in the same location for 20 years and loves the Hillcrest community. You just can't beat their incomparably delicious Chinese cuisine in a family-owned, friendly environment that is second to none. The folks at Lee Palace love what they do and are very passionate about providing you with the best in town. Lee Palace says, go Pats! When the Patriot Nation gets hungry for Chinese food, there is no doubt. Roy Johnson Stadium. First quarter is complete. Hillcrest is up 28-7 as we prepare to start the second quarter of action. County High with the ball after picking up a big first down on 3rd and 10. They now have lost yardage on first down at their own 33-yard line. Well, no, they didn't lose yardage on that play. They gained about 5, and it's 2nd down and 5.
You know, we were saying in the break, just what we talked about to end this, you know, you look at the results of some of County High's games and you think to yourself, you know, this is a team that barely can even do anything successfully. And I'll be honest, I haven't watched a ton of County High football this year. However, that first half right there, that first quarter rather, showed that they do have some moments there of success. They just can't seem to get anything sustained. And in 7A Region 3, you know, that's a recipe to go 0-5 in the first half of the year.
Yeah, for sure. C.J. Kimball under center will take the snap and hand it off to his running back, Dylan Taylor, who is hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Brings up another 3rd down. County High earlier in this possession picked up a big 3rd down. I think they picked up a couple. We'll check the stats eventually on that. But, well, you know, this is a big play for the Hillcrest defense right now. I know we're up 28-7 now, but one of the keys to the game was County High playing with pride. You know, our defense does not want to give up the most points that County has scored at any point this season, though.
All right, another 3rd down for the Cats. And a swing pass out here to the right side. Tackle made right at the 35-yard line, which is about 2.5 yards short of first down yardage. So it'll be another 4th down for County High, trailing 28-7 in their own territory.
Well, you might as well go for it.
We talked about how they're just going to go for broke.
You got
and
to.
The offense is not coming off the field.
I don't blame them. They got nothing to lose. You might as well 4th and 2 right here, guys. You know County High has that mentality of just throwing everything at us.
Looks like some movement there, but nothing called. It was kind of interesting. But now it looks like County High is going to call a timeout. Yeah. So County High calls a timeout to make sure that they don't lose 5 yards and a penalty on that, and to kind of regather here. We'll keep it right here. So here we are. How much time do we have left? Our clock over here. There we go. 10:41. 10:41 remaining. Hillcrest up 28-7.
Two RSV design updates right here.
You got some? All right, give it to us.
Prattville up on Vestavia, 14-7 right now. Early second quarter, surprising to me. We see Spanish Ford up 7-6 on Blunt. Hoover shutting out Oak Mountain 14-0. Central Phoenix City leading Auburn 7-0. And then, honest to me, the game of 7A and probably of Alabama football tonight. Thompson up 10-3 now after a 14-yard touchdown pass by Trent Seaborn for the Thompson Warriors.
Okay.
Thanks again, Pete, for the scoreboard update from RSV Designs, rsvdesigns.com. Don't forget to. That sounds good. Whatever you just did,
yep,
that was better.
That's a lot better.
Yeah, whatever you just did.
It sounded like we were in a cave
yeah,
before that.
Yeah, I'm having issues with your microphone, Pete.
Well, you did a lot better there. They are going to continue to go for it. All gas,
here we go,
brakes.
4th and 2. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper, kind of a tush-push type situation. And it looks like he's got enough. He needed 2, and he got 3 to the 38, and it'll be a first down for the Cats. That was the old tush-push, guys.
Yeah, it was a nice play there by Tuscaloosa County. And I think at this point, why not? I like the fact that they went for it. Of course, if you're a County High person, you're probably supporting that. And, I mean, even if they don't get it, Hillcrest gets it and instead has an opportunity to go up 5 touchdowns instead of just 3. 4 instead of just 3.
So with the first down, Cats now with the ball at their own 38-yard line. Kimball under center. Little wing T type situation here. Kimball tries to keep it around the left end, but he's got nowhere to go as he is met on the left end by Hunter Wilson, the big D lineman, and only gains about a yard.
I feel like everybody went one way except for the quarterback. All the motion, all the movement, the wing back, just like you said, Brent, and the wing T, that's what's called the old, buck sweep. And the guy comes in motion, goes to the boundary, and the quarterback goes to the field. So I don't know if that was by design, but it didn't work.
Wing T look again for this formation. Kimball drops back to pass this time. Slings it complete to the left side into Patriot territory, down to the 48-yard line. Another first down for the Pats after the completion. The Cats after the completion to Aiden Gusewich.
Nice play there by Joe Davidson, actually. Really well played by County High, first of all. Kylan Norfleet looked like he was trying to go for, break the play up, which good for him, but he wasn't able to do so. Good for Joe kind of cleaning up the mess, but not before a nice County High game.
First and 10 for the Cats in Hillcrest territory. Kimball hands it off over left guard. Short gain this time by the running back G. I picked up 2 yards.
2 yards in this offense is actually pretty good because, they've actually busted a few plays for way more than that. So if you can just kind of keep Hillcrest honest, then you can pick up a 7 or 8 yard play down the field. And heck, just like the play previous to that, a 12-yard pickup.
Kimball takes it. Option around left end. He finds a crease. He moves down inside the 15-10 and into the end zone. That's touchdown County High. as they cut it back to 2 scores, 28-13 on the nice read by C.J. Kimball on the option play.
Good play right there. We see C.J. Reed, and once he broke through that line of scrimmage, got to the second level, there was nobody catching. Great job by County High. And honestly, I don't want to say we're completely perplexed with their offense right now, but they're at least keeping us on our heels kind of with that triple option.
Right. Dr. Brandy Patterson, extra point attempt. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. 28-14. And guys, while this game has seemed like it's been dominated by Hillcrest, County High will just step right up and do something and keep it within range.
You know, honestly, it's kind of been a game of big plays, Brent. You know, the kickoff fumble
Huge
for us,
plays, yeah.
70-yard touchdown catch by Jacoby, long run for a touchdown right there, and then however long that run was that ended on the 5-yard line for County that they eventually scored on. So I think we've actually had 4 plays of over 50 yards, and then another one, we had that botched kickoff. So, you know, a huge, huge play there for County High. Keeps them in the game a little less than halfway through the second quarter.
Well, there's 2 plays. You're talking about big plays. It's really kind of what they have to do with that particular offensive approach. But boy, I'll tell you what, that was a really nice job by the quarterback to kind of, you know,
he read it beautifully, yeah.
He did a good job.
He did.
And the Hillcrest did not do a good job tackling him, that's for sure. It's almost like it feels almost like, and correct me if I'm wrong, boys, but it almost feels like Hillcrest has the desire to just tackle everything that could potentially have the ball and hope they get the right thing.
Well, that's what this offense does
I know,
for you.
But boy, it seems to be working right now for County High, at least enough to keep them in the game, right?
Yeah. Tiger Rock kickoff. Here it comes. Fielded by Austin Sherry at about the 12. He runs it up the middle. Is hit at about the 33, and he'll go down just short of the 35. They'll mark him at the 34. It'll be 1st and 10 Pats.
Pretty good return there by Austin. Good starting field position for Hillcrest. 8 minutes to play in the half. We've got 42 points on the board, 28 of them by Hillcrest.
And you know Coach Mitchell right here wants to have another drive right here and just go ahead and you know, I know the game is never going to be over at halftime, but just leave no doubt when we go back to that locker room at halftime.
Well, the thing is, too, look, if you're County High and you're able to score like that, you're probably not out of it. If you could just get a stop, maybe 2.
That's the thing about this, though, is that County High has not stopped Hillcrest all night. Jordan takes the snap. He'll keep it up the gut, spin forward, spin again, down at the 40. Nice spinning run of 5 yards by Jordan Chambly, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, his athleticism is pretty elite, guys. I just think he's very difficult to bring down. In a play that I didn't feel like really got much, he picked up 6.5.
I think it's also underrated. You don't realize how big Jordan is. You know, we see him in the hallway every day, and we realize his size. He picked up 4 yards after contact instead of 2nd and 9 at 2nd and 4.
Jordan takes it again, but whistles. Looks like it's going to be a false start against the Pats, which will take away the nice run by Jordan and make it 2nd and long. Oh, no, it's offsides against County.
Oh, I'm correct. Oh, good.
Okay.
Good.
Offsides against County, and instead that will give the Pats a Stephen Fikes All-State 1st down at the 45.
We'll take the chains. We certainly need it. It feels like you're going to have to keep your foot on the gas if you're Hillcrest. Because if your defense is going to continue to give up chunk plays, then you've got to keep going at them.
Agreed. Here comes Caden Smith in motion. Jordan fakes the handoff and keeps it. Cuts back over left tackle with a pickup of about 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1 into County High territory. 46-yard line, new line of scrimmage. 7:03 remaining in the first half. Hillcrest up 28-14. Looks like Hillcrest is going to run it away and then run away with it, and then suddenly County High comes bouncing back. Now only down 2 scores. Jordan back to pass, slings it over here to a wide open receiver at the 40-yard line.
I love him.
I do too. He's such a nice kid. He's got such great personality. He saw so much green turf in front of him. You know, he could smell the Met. I doubt the goal line, but could smell big yardage. And he forgot to catch the ball, though.
And Jamar, if you knew him, you'd be like, I love that kid. Man.
Maybe he'll get another chance here.
Not if he drops another one.
3rd and 1 for the Patriots.
Look who's kicking me.
The snap, the handoff to Jacoby, and Jacoby is gone.
Let's go.
20, 10, and touchdown, Patriots. 6:35 remaining in the first half. The Pats with another big play. The long touchdown run of 44 yards by Jacoby Harris.
Do you get the sense that do you think the County High people may be saying exactly the same things that we're saying? If they could just limit us, if they could just stop them on the big plays. And obviously we've been able to do it more times than they have, but it's a very similar mindset. If they could just limit our big plays, which they haven't been able to do at all, and we haven't been able to do it twice, right? So it's a pretty good battle.
It has been. And, you know, once again, an exciting game, certainly, with all these big plays.
The Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 35-14. Still 6:35 remaining in the first half, guys.
I was thinking.
This is ridiculous.
I don't know, and if it's somewhere out there, if somebody knows, I'd love to know what the record number of points is for Hillcrest in the first half. But we have to be approaching it.
Now,
we have 49?
What did we? I thought we had what did we score against Sparkman? 52
in the first half?
Yeah.
This year? Not this year.
I thought so. What was the final? Because we didn't hardly score any in the second half.
No, I know you're right. I think it may even have gone to a hot clock in the second half.
But I remember us
scored
discussing
52 in the first. But yeah, I know it was pretty high because we were talking about the opportunity to get the all-time.
That's correct. And I remember you saying, "Oh, we could put," and we were like, "There's no way Jamie's doing that." Here's the thing, guys: if Hillcrest can't stop County more consistently, then Hillcrest is just going to keep scoring.
Right.
So there isn't more of an opportunity for more points, of course. But the defense is going to have to step up just a tad. It's not like they haven't played super well. But anyway, go ahead, Brent. Sorry.
If you like points and you like big highlights, then this is the game for you.
You're right.
There have been quite a few of those here tonight.
I like points and highlights.
Tiger Rock kickoff fielded at the 16. He'll be hit and forced out of bounds at about the 24, and the Cats will start there 1st and 10.
Brad, you made the point in the first quarter. It looks like we're trying to tackle the ball a little bit. Looks like it was there again to where maybe our defense is kind of sensing that big play game here, and they're trying to go for it instead of just wrapping up, making the smart play. They're trying to make, the big play, get all the accolades.
Make the highlight film.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does feel like we're, I don't want to say grasping at straws, because I don't think that's the case, but it does feel like just in case I get it wrong, let me tackle this guy. I better be in the right, you know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Smell that food come by? Kirk Junkin walking by.
Kirk Junkin.
Lots of food.
Friend of years, friend of tears.
C.J. Kimball takes it. Keeps
the ball. Yep.
Pitches it. Nice pursuit by the Pats, cutting it to just a short gain after the pitch to Braylon Dove. And a flag on the play. Yes, it's holding against County High.
We think so.
No, I saw him make the signal.
That's a lot. Probably a pretty good sign we were right.
He'll make it here again. Holding. White. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which will mark it back to the 14-yard line. Still first down. First down and 20 now for the Cats.
First and Moundville, according to our fabulous PA guy, John Merrill, right there. Always interested to see, depending on which direction we go, of course, on a long first down, second down, third down, which Southern Tuscaloosa landmark he'll give us.
Here's the snap to Kimball. Kimball back to pass, being pressured now, and just throws it out of bounds up here into the stands. It literally hit the front row of stands.
It did. It hit the walkway right there. Well, I know the two kids standing up there. One of them plays tennis for me, and I was thinking, oh, Lord, Emmy and John Michael, the ball may be coming for your head right there,
it was
and
good,
you're not even paying attention.
Good lob for a smash there. Stops the clock at 6:13 and brings up 2nd down and 20 for the Cats.
Timeout, County?
Is that a timeout? Okay, yes, it is timeout, County. With that timeout, we will take a break. Your score, Hillcrest 35, County High 14. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
What initially drew you to become a member of Alabama Credit Union, and how has your experience evolved since then?
Yeah, so I came for college, and my dad and I came down, and Alabama Credit Union was convenient to campus, being young, first time opening a bank account, and looking for some relationship. And so that's where I started. And then over the years, I have gotten married, had a family, and so it's just been with me every step of the way and in relationship with me.
Sam, what initially drew you to become
All right, we are back. 6:13 remaining in the first half. Hillcrest up 35-14. County High with the ball at their own 14-yard line, 2nd down and 20.
What is this?
It doesn't exist anymore.
By the way, thanks to Tidwell Paint Body.
We used to use it. It doesn't exist anymore.
Thanks to Tidwell Paint Body, TidwellPaintBody.com.
Yes, thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Jason Tidwell, and all your hard work for sponsoring our timeouts tonight and all season long. Of course, County High has taken 2 Tidwell Paint and Body timeouts, otherwise known as guest, on our scoreboard. Boy, why are you guys laughing? There's no story behind that.
Nope.
No story behind that, huh?
No.
Okay. And here's a handoff in wide open space, 40, 45, 50, 40, 35, all the way down to the Hillcrest 30-yard line. Goes the running back, I believe that's number 3.
Yeah.
Yes, that's Dylan Taylor, who's had a couple of big runs here tonight. Wow. And just when you look up and you think that the defense has them hemmed in, all of a sudden you see a white jersey galloping down the field.
And I think I've heard Coach Saban say this before. It's really easy to to watch this on film and think you know what to do, and you think you got it in practice, and then when you see it in execution, this triple option, it's a totally different beats to stop.
The running back G with it this time, bullies his way forward to about the 26-yard line. Pick up a 4, it'll be 2nd down and 6.
The thing is, it's just you have so much to account for when you're the defense. And I honestly, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on that defensive line to kind of contain or maintain gaps, maintain leverage. And County High is really doing a good job kind of fitting in those slots for their triple option or their wing T to work properly.
Kimball under center will hand it off to G over left guard. G will be brought down after a short game by Miles Madden, a gain of 1, and it's 3rd down and 5. Guys, just a little fun fact here, if you will. The most points that County High has scored in a game this year so far is 14.
Correct.
That's fun.
Kimball takes it, drops back to pass this time, swings it over here to the right side, and incomplete. Unable to hold on is the receiver, Jaden Wright.
He certainly had him, though, Brent. He was there. The throw was a little behind him. I think if the young man was able to come up with it, he would have been close to a first down. But certainly space for the County High wide receiver running back in the flat there. He just couldn't come up with the ball.
Yeah, it was just not delivered very well, but the play design was definitely there. Brian's right.
It brings up another 4th down for the Cats, and of course, They will go for it. 4th and 5. Kimball takes it. Pitch out to the left side, and he's got nowhere to go. He'll be stopped short of the line of scrimmage after the pitch out.
There's a penalty on the near side.
okay.
It's against County.
Okay.
Hillcrest has already said they're declining it, but just so you know, that's what happened. Hillcrest does not struggle defensively on a toss sweep or something out in space. But what they have struggled with tonight are things that are misdirection or some sort of disguise by County High. They're doing a really good job keeping Hillcrest on their toes up front. That play just probably wasn't the right call for 4th and 5, and at least Hillcrest executed.
But are you really going to try to do the handoff up the gut?
Well, of course not. I mean, you have to do something. I get it. It's just that play favored us for sure.
Chambly slings this one across the middle on the slant, complete to Caden Smith. He's at the 50, cuts it back upfield to the 45, still on his feet and down at the 42-yard line. That little slant pass is working great between the middle.
Great job by Jordan waiting right there. He didn't throw it immediately. He let him clear that linebacker and get into space. Was able to pick it up. If he threw it immediately, it might have been picked right there. So a great job by him. Got to hold in that ball for a good amount of time.
That's right, Brian. I love that. The first window was closed. The second window was not.
All right, Jordan in shotgun now, dropping straight back, looking down the field, scanning, throwing it across the middle, and
picked.
Is it caught? Picked?
They caught.
Oh, wait a minute.
Somebody.
Wow.
Smith caught it. Wow. Let's look at it here on the replay, guys. That was beautiful. A fight for the ball at about the 5-yard line between Caden, who'll call the 10. It looked like it was picked, and Caden took it away from the defender and came down with it for the completion at the 4-yard line, and it's 1st and goal, Pats.
I'm very glad
That's
with
the
the
kind of
result.
play that gets you a scholarship in the SEC.
Well, I'm glad with the result. Yep.
I'm glad there's no replay.
I am too. I'm glad the replay's only in the booth.
No, I saw the replay. He caught it. He did. You can watch it later. He did. I promise you.
I will. Maybe not.
And the ref was right there, too. Here's a handoff over left guard and into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. Extending the lead to 41-14 with 3:40. Guys, I'm serious. I was watching.
I believe he ended up with the ball.
Yes.
No doubt. I think the County High ball, the kid possessed it and was down. Then Jordan hit the ball. That was my argument on why.
Caden.
I'm sorry. Correct.
Now, if you're the official, here's the other argument possibly. No one possessed
That's right.
it
He was
until
still juggling
Caden possessed it on the ground.
Correct.
Yeah.
You make that yet?
You got a shot of the wall? Get it off the wall.
What are you talking about? The wall is great. Ooh. Where is that? Do we not have another camera? It's okay. It's just that front corner.
Yeah. All right. 3:40 remaining, 42-14. And guys, every time we get a situation like this where there's a lot of points scored in the first half, we start talking about, hey, could this be the game where we break the record?
That's good, guys. It's only 63. 3 more scores.
If we could just get to it's the way it works is we need to get to 64.
That's right.
Then every game, Jamie slows it down, as we always kind of suspect. Nonetheless, good start for us.
Well, the problem here, and maybe the non-problem for the people who are rooting for a score, record, County High is putting points up. And, if they continue to do that, then we're going to have to match.
Hey, Brian, I need you to look in your history books and tell us what the highest combined total is between two teams.
Yeah, I know that one. I
with
think it was
Hillcrest.
62-61. We lost to Demopolis one yeer.
62-61?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
You remember that.
What year was that?
Let me look.
That was back in double odd 8.
Double odd 8? Okay. All right, here's the Tiger Rock kickoff. Fielded at the 24 and downed at about the 28. 1st and 10, Cats.
These clocks, the clock on the south end zone is always, like we said, a little wonky, so it always confuses me.
Brent's a little wonky sometimes. He confuses me.
Wonky is a good word, by the way.
Speaking of Brent, I would like to give a shout out because Brent's, Brent likes his family.
Yeah,
and I like that he likes his family.
I do.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
You know what? You got a great family too.
Thank you.
Brad may not love him, but I sure do.
What I want to say is, Baker Jones, who we all love, was this month's Student of the Month.
Yes, for the 10th grade.
Well, call this play and
call
finish
this
the
play,
Baker
and I'll
story.
okay, and it's a handoff up the middle, goes nowhere.
Do one of those sound machine things. Don't we have one of those? Put a something. Okay, that's really exciting. That sounds like we're back to the news.
Hey, but yeah, he was a Student of the Month, had the big celebration yesterday morning, right? The breakfast and everything. And then later that night, right before he went to bed, he got an email saying that he had been cast as the lead in Shrek with the Actors Charitable Theater.
That's fantastic.
He had a good day.
Good day. Here's a handoff up the middle.
Good.
Little bit of space this time. Miles Madden comes in to make the tackle after about a gain of 5.
Brent, I was a little bit off. It was October. It was Halloween of 2013.
Wow.
We lost to Demopolis 60-59.
And that's a scary score, too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but I just wanted to give a shout out to Baker because we're always lauding him because we think he's a great kid. We all really like him. He does a great job in the band. Of course, does a great job for you in musical
Overcome a
theater.
lot with having to deal with Brent every
If
day.
he's your kid and it's great, then wow.
I know, it's amazing.
Lindsay must be
we also
double
have to talk about the accolades that your kid got today, right?
We'll
talk about that here in a
Baker.
minute,
He's
too.
fantastic.
Your kid's better than my kid.
Well, it's actually. Oh, great play by Hunter.
The pass
God, we
knocked
could have got
down.
the big man interception right there.
Knocked down at the line of scrimmage by the Pats' Hunter Wilson, who's having a big game, guys.
4th down.
And looks like County High is actually going to punt this one away.
Well, they're, you get to the point where you think, okay, we're creating a situation for ourselves. We realize we need no brakes and all gas, but at some point you can't continue to give the opponent who's up by 28 the ball in your own end.
Right.
And so it's probably the right play by Coach Bell.
Unless you want them to break the scoring record.
Well, that's true, and I bet they don't want that.
And certainly, we got 2 guys returning kicks right now that would play a big part in breaking the scoring record.
Jacoby Harris and Caden Smith.
Yeah, 2 future D1 players.
That is a deadly combination back there returning punts.
What is it's a timeout, and that's the last Tidwell paint and body timeout by the Tuscaloosa County Wildcats. 2:18 remaining in the half, Brent. And, of course, your score, Hillcrest 42.
At this
County High
Tidwell
14.
paint and body timeout, let's talk about Griffin's accolades today.
Well, was
that today?
No, it was yesterday, I think.
Yesterday?
But
okay.
The shout-out belongs to Coach P because Coach P has always taken good care of my children and always kind of I think, first of all, I think my kids are fantastic. But at the same time, I'm so biased. Coach P's not biased, and he treats him like his own. So I'm very thankful for the way the Coach P is always
I nominated Griffin for a Fox 6 award, right? They give out this award this weekly to, the best academic, the best overall kid who has been nominated by it, and then they're featured on the news that night. So, Griffin, I nominated him, incredible GPA, incredible ACT, varsity tennis player, and I nominate kids every year, and Griffin got selected. We found that out, and he was honored last night on the Fox 6 News, and it was a big honor. I certainly nominated him, but Griffin was the one who did all the work.
Huge honor for Griff, and we're very thankful. I appreciate Fox 6. So it was great.
Broadcast booth progeny doing pretty well.
Hey, no doubt. Once again, I just want to say they've overcome so much with their 2 fathers. So.
How they do it, we don't know. Here's the snap. The punt is away. A wobbly punt. Line drive fielded at the 40 by Jacoby. Jacoby's up to the 50. Knocked backwards a little bit. A flag comes in late.
What was it?
I don't know.
think it was against Hillcrest.
Some kind.
Dang it.
You think so?
I think so. I didn't see a face mask is why I said that. Back judge threw it in the neighborhood of what I would think it was a hold against Hillcrest, but I don't know that.
The discussion going on by the officials.
By the way, I wanted to say, I think there are a lot of really, really good kids at Hillcrest, and I think the point is, it speaks to the great kids that we have at the
There's
school.
so many of them are on this sideline right here. I know constantly
people,
other teachers come up here and make fun of me on the broadcast, or listening to the broadcast about every kid we talk about. Somebody up in this booth always suggests, wow, that's such a good kid, right? That's such a good kid. So, but I always tell them we have so many to choose from at Hillcrest, though.
And yeah, what do you want us to do? Say, oh, that kid's horrible.
Oh, he's horrible.
Let's talk about this other horrible
he
kid that we know.
I got some of those. I got some of those. But we don't talk about them because we don't focus on those guys.
Hey, what's the penalty? It is holding against Hillcrest.
Somebody said whole child. Yeah, we try to take care of the whole child.
That's right.
Yeah. We take care of every single whole child in that building.
All right, so that's going to back it up to the 39-yard line of Hillcrest.
I'm so sorry. I'm just asking again. What was the penalty on us?
It was holding.
Holding. Thank you so much.
Whole child development penalty.
whole childing. It was a whole childing penalty.
We're going to lose points.
Man, we might lose listeners.
Or viewers.
Or it would be like, we don't have any of those anyway.
We're holding steady at 5 on Mixlr.
Oh, Mixlr.
Looks like 5 people tuned in and forgot they had it.
By the way, hey, speaking of which, while we have just a second, you're talking about listeners. The average viewer number currently per week is somewhere around 3,000.
Yes, that's right.
And I think that number is astronomical to listen to yahoos like us. But the thing is, and by the way, I stole that word from our good friend Cheryl Morrow, who would certainly call us yahoos. But I just think that's a really big number. For those of you that are helping sponsor our show, 3,000 is that's the number of people listening to this and watching.
That's right. That's right.
For your money,
and
we appreciate it.
They listen from left to right on their radio dials.
Oh,
no. A pick down the sidelines, and this one might be a pick 6.
It is.
And it is a pick 6 for the Cats as Jordan didn't deliver that one on target. Right on their radio It was taken at the 45-yard line. And down the sidelines went the County High DB. This one might be a 4-6, making the score 42-20 here with 1:55 remaining in the first half.
On the replay, Jordan threw it right to him.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it was a route that was not run correctly or if Jordan just somehow didn't see him, but you can see it looked like he was the intended receiver.
Dr. Brandy Patterson, extra point attempt coming your way. Snap, placement, kick, up, and it's good. 42-21, and here we go again, guys. You know, we're up here having fun, talking about all the great kids in our family and our school, and, you know, just relax. Then all of a sudden a pick 6, and they're within 3 scores and still over a half of football left to play.
Well, the whole child gods hurt us, and they needed a County High kid to feel good about themselves too. So anyway, whatever the case is, we get the ball back. We'll see if we can't do something else with it. We do have all 3 Tidwell paint and body timeouts and 1:55 on the clock.
And according to the score, well, not anymore, but the scoreboard in the south end zone said the score was 1-0.
Wow.
Well,
with 1 minute left.
Well, it's not.
That would be an unusual score.
It would be. The ratio is 2-1 instead of 1-0. So
it's correct now, though.
Yep. Well, I am excited to talk about tomorrow's slate of college football games. So I can't wait for this halftime broadcast.
The slate's not nearly as good as last week.
No, it's not. But at the same time, there are some really exciting games that I'm excited to talk about and watch. To get up and go to the grocery store and get some fun things to cook for myself and Griff and my teammates.
The best team from the state of Tennessee will be in town tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's funny.
They're undefeated.
Middle Tennessee, maybe.
And what do they rank? 16th?
16th.
What's Tennessee ranked?
15th.
Tiger Rock kickoff. Fielded at the 19-yard line. Looking for the gap up the middle is Austin Cherry. And he will be slung back to the 32-yard line. And the Patriots will start there 1st and 10.
I don't think the clock moved on that play, by the way.
What was the flag just now? I think that's going to be against County.
Was that going to be a horse collar possibly?
I don't think so.
I think he grabbed. Because I was thinking too.
Over to our right, just for those of you who know, we have a TV in our booth, and we're able to watch the play in arrears, and so it's kind of like a delay play or replay for us, so we can kind of see what happened.
Watch the play in what?
Arrears.
Okay.
It's a word.
I know it is.
Yes. ARR ears.
I'm just doing the whole Beavis and Butthead here.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think that penalty's going to be. I missed the call,
Did you say watch the play in our ears?
No. You guys are funny.
I just heard that in my headphones.
Hooked on phones. Hooked on phonics. All right,
goodness.
yeah, that was against County, so there'll be a 15-yard penalty. Hillcrest with great starting field position at our own 48.
I guess it was a personal foul. Did they
It was.
officially call horse collar?
I'm not sure, but I think that's the only thing they could have called.
No, there was a slap after. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's the option play for the Pats. The pitch out to Jacoby Harris.
Wow.
And Jacoby is knocked out of bounds. Jacoby delivers a little bit better lick than the man hitting him.
I think he
on the
knocked two
collision.
County High defenders to the ground on our side.
Yeah.
He picks up 4 in the process, maybe 5. Yeah, we'll give him 5. Second down and 5 into County High territory, down at about the 46 of County High. Jalen Cook goes in motion. Jordan Shambly takes the snap, being pressured. Slings this one deep down the middle, and it will be.
He caught it. Wow.
Wow.
Man,
What a catch there. Jalen Cook goes in
by the
motion.
Patriots, Caden Smith.
Jordan Shambly takes the snap, being
What a
pressured.
catch. Stuck
Slings
his
this
left
one
hand up,
deep
Brent.
down the
triple
middle,
coverage.
and
Brought it in.
Beautiful.
And Steve Sims rebounding the ball from West Alabama. Man, that was great. Jeez, what a catch. Dynamite. When Caden Smith catches a touchdown. You don't get the
Caden's
reference.
having
That's
quite the night
Vanderbilt's
here
fight
tonight.
song.
I did not get that reference. Who knows Vanderbilt's fight song?
Me?
Snap placement, kick for the Brandy Patterson. Extra point attempt, good. 49-21 with 1:26 remaining in the first half.
Whew. I can sing it for you if you'd like.
Oh, Brad, you
would
know
not.
what?
Here, I'll
Unfortunately,
take this
we're
for a
going to have to
second.
save that for halftime, buddy. We don't quite have enough right there.
I know. That's terrible. Oh, me. 1:26 to go in the half. Hillcrest leads 49-21. We have a grand total of 70 points. You think there were 70? You think if you had the over of the first half total?
Oh, most
Man.
definitely. I think the game total would not have been this.
Man.
Once again, it's been if you wanted to come down to Roy Johnson Stadium tonight and see an exciting game,
Yeah.
I can't think of a more exciting game we've had this year. Just sheer number of big plays. Obviously, the Hoover win, the Hueytown win, the end of the game, but just play after play after play by both teams, Brad.
I also get the sensation that the coaching staff on the near side of the field
Not happy.
is fired up
I'm gonna
to
guess-
get into the halftime locker
Yeah,
room.
I'm also going to guess a certain defensive coordinator on our side of the field is not pleased with his defensive effort.
That's
but
exactly
that
right.
County High team is not an easy team to stop with that triple option offense.
Elijah Miller kicks it deep from right to left. It's going to land at about the 15. It actually lands on the ground.
Live.
It's a live ball, but it goes out of bounds. Actually, it turned out the County High receiver.
Did he touch it?
No, he didn't touch it. Zy
there is
Davis.
there-
But the flag is going to be that it goes out of
it's okay.
bounds.
Right.
So it's going to be a procedural violation against Hillcrest, and it looks like County High will take over. Is it at the 35?
I do, but I think
thought it was
if
at the
it's
30.
No, but I think if it's past where.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I think
You're
it's
right.
15 yards if it's past the 20, Brad. I think that's right.
All right, so that's where County High will take it. Kimball getting his cat set in their wing T formation. Wing back left, wing back right. Tailback right behind him. The snap, the give up the middle, and stuffed pretty well by Hillcrest there for about a gain of 2. And that'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the County High 37-yard line.
And I'm getting the feeling, Brad, both coaches may be content headed to the locker room with this 49-21 score right now. County High out of timeouts. I think they'd be very happy to get there with this timeout. However, we'll see if Jamie Mitchell wants one more possession if County High can't pick up the necessary 8 yards for the first down.
Yeah, I got a feeling there's not going to be that, but We'll see if County High, if we can just shut them down here.
Do you guys miss me?
They give up the middle again. Picked up about 6. It'll bring up 3rd down. Clock still running. And the play clock has not. It started right at the same exact time as it got to the 40-second mark.
I think that will. I think that could be the last play of the half.
Again. I think they may have to snap it one more time.
Do you really?
It just looks like the 28 hits before. I think they are going to snap it one more time anyway. But it's 3rd and 2 for the Cats at their own 43-yard line.
You go ahead and finish it out.
Okay. They give up the middle one more time. Hillcrest defends it pretty well. They mark it at the 45-yard line. There is a timeout called.
With 11 seconds left.
Yeah, it's interesting, and they mark it as a 1st down. I didn't think he got to the 45, but the officials have a way better angle than me, and they think differently. And that'll bring up 1st down. They are moving the chains. 11 seconds to play in the first half. Of course, 49-21 is your score. Play clock counting down. Let's see if County High will just take a knee or if they'll run a play. Why not run a play?
They don't have any timeouts.
Will never
looks
be
like they're going to go.
We will go to the halftime.
I guess the clock stoppage was not a timeout. It was for the first down change. Yep, excuse me. All right. Do it for the half, Brent. You're back on.
Yes, halftime at Roy Johnson Stadium. The big rivalry game between the Pats and the Cats. Hillcrest leads 49-21. We're back with the Stephen Fikes All-State halftime show right after this.
Serving the University of Alabama alumni, students, and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as everything you need for the perfect game day experience. Come see our exclusive in-house designed Bama apparel and souvenirs to help you stand out. Located on the heart of the Strip on University Boulevard, in the shadow of Bryant-Denny. They're open 7 days a week or shop online anytime at BamaStuff.com. Bama Stuff is proud to be UA alumni and veteran owned and operated. Serving the University of Alabama alumni, students, and fans since 1930.
Were now not on my parents but on me. I remember telling my teller this, and she had such amazing advice to set up 2 savings accounts. One could be used solely to build up, and then the other could be used for emergencies, and I still have both of those accounts today.
I know we got back too fast.
Oh, I was kidding.
But thank you for joining us. Thank you, Stephen Fikes, for sponsoring us for all these years. We appreciate you. We're at halftime, 49-21 in favor of the good guys. Pats over Cats.
So far, so good.
It's been a crazy first half, guys. I mean, what do the math here. What is that, 70 points in the first half between the two teams? And we got to get your mic on there.
That's okay.
Pete.
We were saying that when you had to leave for a second to make sure everything was working out there. But, yep, 70 points in the first half.
Oh, yeah, and guys, you give us your quick summary here of the first half. I got to do something.
A lot of points, a lot of big plays, very exciting first half. I think that's the – oh, my gosh. Okay. Oh. Get your sunglasses ready. Okay.
Oh, I just heard angels singing.
It does.
Look at that. Now we can see.
I'll say this. I also thought.
Now we can see our pretty faces on the camera.
I realized that both offenses made a lot of really good plays. And we can, we do feel a little bit like Hillcrest defensively had a few plays that they'd like to have back. But at the same time, they outplayed County High's defense in the fact that they were able to stop way more and hold County High out of the end zone a lot more times than County High was able to hold us out of the end zone for sure. So I thought even though the County High's offense was able to do some things successfully, Hillcrest defense did step up a few times more than County High did, and, of course, that gives us the 28-point lead.
One of those 21 points, or I guess 6, 7 of those 21 points were off of the pick six, though. So 6, 7, exactly right. They were off of the pick 6, which turned into 7.
Hey, guys, we need to take a look at our statistics for tonight. Our stat line brought to you by Mission Express Car Wash.
Yes,
thank you to Mission Express.
Only locally owned and operated car wash in Tuscaloosa. So thanks again to Chase Smith, Mission Express out in Cottondale.
We've got Jordan Chambly, 6 of 10 on the night for 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. That big pick 6. Caden Smith on the night. Let's take a look at his numbers receiving, if I can get that pulled up here, because Caden is just having a monster night. 4 catches for Caden, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 amazing catches in traffic one for a big TD.
Yeah, that catch right there in the triple coverage, the one that Jordan just kind of threw up when he went up left-handed and grabbed it. It's one of the better catches of the year for Hillcrest right there. Just incredible control by Gage, pulling that one in.
Jacoby Harris has one catch for 72 yards and a touchdown. This has been the game for enormous plays. So there's the big stats. Of course, the main stat for you tonight is 49-21 with the Pats leading the Cats. And guys, we want to spend a lot of time here on our college football preview tonight. We always cut ourselves short. We're not going to go to that yet, but I want to move ahead to our RSV Design scoreboard update if you guys have some scores ready for us.
Yeah, I got a couple updates. Thompson leading Hewitt at the half 13-3.
I got 13-10.
13-10 an update. Thank you very much. Do you have it at the half, Brad?
That was at the half,
yes. We have Central Phoenix City leaving Auburn 10-0 is the last one I saw. Carver leading Enterprise 21-7. I don't. The last one I have for Vestavia and Prattville is 21-all. I don't know if you have an update right there.
Some great games going on out there tonight.
We see Hueytown and Northridge. The last one I have is 3-3 a while ago.
3-3.
Yep. And then Clay Chalkville's blowing out Mount Brook 21-0.
You know, that's funny. I know Mount Brook's been solid, but this year and last year, they just haven't had the same
No, they beat Hueytown in a similar fashion to us by 3 points in overtime.
Yeah.
So I think Mount Brook is definitely down this year, though. Wow. I'll be honest, Oak Mountain keeping it a lot closer against Hoover than I expected.
What do you have on
21-14 Bucks at the half.
Dang. Okay, I was trying to see if I was looking for the only other games that you didn't call that I had. What did you call a McAdory Central game?
I have not found the McAdory Central score.
Okay. Also, Brookwood Calera, just because I was trying to look that one up, but I couldn't find it. I guess Brookwood Calera because that region is a 17 region. Because tonight should be a region game, but
that's
Calera,
right,
Brookwood aren't the same region.
because we left and that position never got filled. You're right.
Yeah, hit that. So now turn it back on.
Does County Ice Band have piped-in music?
I don't know.
They do. They're using
loud,
speakers.
They're really loud, though, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, we're loud when we have speakers.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we'll get some more when we get back to them if we have a few more. But let's go ahead before the Hillcrest Band comes on. Let's go ahead and go to our college football preview brought to you by
Bama.
No.
Crap. Brought to us by the Hillcrest Tennis.
That's right.
Let's go. I was sitting here like, who's the sponsor
It
again?
took me a second. When Brent looked at me, I was like, okay, it's Hillcrest Tennis.
So,
go Pats.
Last week, Brian was the winner at 3-2, the only one of us over 500, which moves him to 13-12. I was 2-3, which puts us tied 13-12 overall. Brad, you are still clinging barely to the lead after a 2-3 week at 14-11.
Before we go any further, halfway through the season, we're combined 5 games over 500
That's not bad.
against the spread. I want to mark this down right now. So after week 10, when it's gone completely downhill and we've gotten a total of 10 right in the second half, we can always have this moment, though. But seriously, 5 games over 500 against the spread halfway through the year is pretty dang good.
If we would have taken real action on that, we'd be
about to say. Yep.
Well, I got to tell you guys that I'm about to catch fire and take off here.
Are
Okay?
you?
Do it.
Okay.
I am. Let's go to those games,
I
Kylie.
need us to clip this right here. We're at 15 minutes left in the half for us to clip this.
Okay. All right. Tomorrow's games. Let's go ahead and start off with the big one, the matchup between the number 16 Vanderbilt Commodores, the best team in the state of Tennessee, coming to Tuscaloosa tomorrow. They're 10.5-point underdogs to the Crimson Tide. Which one of you guys?
I'll go ahead and start.
Okay, go ahead.
Obviously, you know who I'm going to pick Alabama right now, but since we have a few extra minutes to talk about this, this was kind of I'm going to say our Brent, because it's your and my team right now,
right.
kind of our Achilles heel last year, coming off a big Georgia win, then we kind of let down a little bit. So I know the guys the coaches for Alabama, the players for Alabama, that's been preached at them all week. Do not have this let down again. Do not have it let down again. But heck of a win last week at Georgia for the good guys. And now we do, different from last year, we do get Vandy at Bryant-Denny Stadium, and they're not going to sneak up on us 2 years in a row.
Well, if you ask Diego Pavia, he says we got this in the bag. You know, we play what we can, the way we can play, and we've got this. Well, he's definitely got the confidence.
And the last
going
quarterback to talk trash to us was that FSU quarterback who backed it up. So
right.
you know, it's almost like keep your mouth shut, let the play start. You know, kind of show on the field. If we win the game, then you can respond.
Vanderbilt, a good running team. Alabama struggles with rush
especially
defense.
the quarterback, a dynamic quarterback. So it is a tough matchup for Alabama.
Vanderbilt, did I hear they were the second leading scoring team in the country?
I have not heard that, but I've not checked. I'll take your word for it.
They score a lot of points. They come in with a lot of confidence. But I'm like you. I think hearing all of these things and knowing how Vanderbilt snuck up on us last year has that team ready psychologically, and they're not going to let them sneak up on them again this year.
Definitely.
So, yeah, but that spread, man, that's tough. I think that Vegas got it right, and it's going to be about a 10-point game. But I got to go with the Tide in the 10.5 points. But I think it'll be 10, 12 points difference in this game.
Yeah, I think it'll be right around that 10 to 14 points, Brent.
Guys, I saw a different Bama team last week. And I remember I went to Starkville, so I watched Tennessee, Mississippi State in person. But I also saw, I watched or listened to the Bama-Georgia game on my way home from Mississippi. And it just felt like a different Bama team than what we learned Alabama had against Florida State in that first game of the season. And with that being said, I know that Vanderbilt has had a really good team. This feels like revenge central. And I just think Alabama's going to come out. And I do think Vanderbilt has a good football team, but not as good as Bama. I think Bama will win and cover the number easily.
Alabama across the board on that one. Yep. I think the last week, the only one we took across the board was the only, obviously I think that took the L last week, though. Points-wise, I think that was Tennessee versus Mississippi State.
Right. All right, speaking of Mississippi State, they're 13.5-point underdogs traveling to take on the Texas A&M Aggies at College Station. Brad, why don't you go first on this one?
Sure, I do. Now, look, maybe because I am biased, and this is going to be tough because I think Tennessee's a good football team. And so what I think is Mississippi State put up a really good fight. I also like the way that Mississippi State handled Tennessee at the line of scrimmage. They really ran the ball at will at Tennessee. And I thought, with the 200 yards from the line of scrimmage on the ground, Texas A&M to me, are they good? I don't know. I think it's still one of those things that we don't know. I'll take Mississippi State to maybe not win the game, but to certainly cover a 13.5.
All right, Brian?
Yeah, I'm going to go the other way on that and simply say I think Mississippi State's a lot better at home than they may be on the road. I think it's a different Mississippi State team when they do have to travel there. 13.5 is a pretty big number, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take A&M right here. I think they win easily at home.
It feels about right. I feel like this is going to be about a 2-touchdown difference game. I think that Texas A&M will win the game, but will they win by 14? Is State tough enough to hang in there and keep it within 2 scores? I think I'm going to have to go with you, Brian. I think that at home in that atmosphere, it's a little bit too much for State, and Texas A&M wins it by at least a couple of scores.
It'll really be their first true road game, too, so we'll see. And Kyle Fields, no joke.
You're right. Okay, let's see. Do we have time for one more? We need to do these other 3.
I think
we probably should wait. We got the Pride of Patriot.
Don't test this. Don't test it during halftime, but during the game.
Broadway Marching Band here at Roy Johnson Stadium on the campus of Hillcrest High School. Doing a great job as always, guys.
That was awesome.
Did you notice the big cubes that they've added to the show?
Oh, yeah, they were fantastic.
The mirrors, the whole reflection thing, and, you know, the cubes are reflecting everything, right?
No, definitely a great touch. You know, I was talking to some of our fantastic band kids this week, and you know, they were excited. They finally got the whole show in this week, as I'm sure you know, Brent. So, you know, they're really excited about it, and they sound great, as they always do, especially with those visual aids out there.
All right, guys, you ready to get back to this college football preview?
Sure. Let's do it.
Well, let's get back to it, and we left off at the other really good big game of the weekend between ranked teams. You've got number 3 Miami, a 4.5-point favorite, traveling to Tallahassee to take on the Florida State Seminoles. I believe it's my turn to go first this time. I think that Florida State got caught in the big trap game last week against Virginia, looking ahead to Miami and also kind of resting on their laurels and reading their press clippings, if you will, on how good they are in beating Alabama and, you know, being a top 10 team and all this kind of stuff. So they got caught off guard by a pretty good Virginia football team, right? Okay, I think that maybe that might wake them up here a little bit. They're playing in a rivalry game against Miami, who has just been on fire and looking great, and everybody says Miami's unstoppable. They're at number 3. I think this is a setup for a trap game, and not only do I feel like Florida State is going to be within the 4.5 points, I think Florida State's going to win this one outright.
I like that. I actually agree. I don't know that, you know, obviously if Florida State wins the game outright, then they've certainly covered. But I think Florida State, after losing the game to Virginia, has Miami done anything this year to you guys that makes them think like they're the world beaters and the national champs?
I haven't seen them play enough. Yeah. But personally, and I think just from what you're saying, you're taking FSU.
I'm taking FSU.
I agree. I agree. I don't think it can be, you know, overstated. Home field's a big deal. I think it's a much bigger deal in college than it is in the pros, and it's a different ball game playing it, you know, in Tallahassee instead of South Florida. So I'm going to complete it and go FSU as well.
All right. How about that? Okay, the next one, the number 9 the number 9 Texas Longhorns traveling to the Swamp to take on the Gators. This one, before the season, everybody was like, 2 of the top quarterbacks in the country playing against each other. This should be a shootout and a great game, but these quarterbacks have been less than stellar, not quite living up to their preseason expectations. So maybe this game will be a little bit less than stellar. Hey, man, how you doing? Good to see you. The Longhorns, a 6.5-point favorite at the Swamp. This is also an opportunity for a trap game for Texas, as the Red River Rivalry is next weekend against Oklahoma. And Florida is not a bad football team. They have not been as good as they expected to be, but they have not been a bad football team. I'm going to stick with my upset theme here. I'm not going to say the Gators are going to win, but I'm going to say the Gators are going to be within the 6.5.
You know what? I don't think Florida's very good. I think Billy Napier is dead man walking
at
this
defense
point.
Is good, though.
Yeah, you're right. I just think, once again, and I know I'm going against what I just said about home field advantage right here. I don't think this game is close. I think Texas comes out start to finish and beats them handily. And I'm going to go ahead, if I had to pick a game I'm most confident in among these 5, I'm going to go with Texas to cover the 6.5 points.
You're getting on the air, for
Brad,
sure.
what you got? We'll let our guest pick her on in a minute.
Yeah, she needs to get on here. I don't know. Part of me, you know, you guys kind of sold it to me both ways, and I had the benefit of listening to you, Brent, who I agreed with before Brian's argument. However, I still think I'm sticking with Brent and going with Florida, just because, number one, I don't
want to be the same. Well, I don't want to be a.
I don't think Texas is very good either. And so it's just. It's based on what we think,
good,
right?
It may this be a low-scoring game.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then Florida probably covers a 6.5.
All right, that's what I said.
So I'll take the Gators.
Okay. All right, so our guest picker, Lindsey Jones, is here for this final pick. Lindsey, come on. We got to get your pick here. We've got Kentucky, 20.5-point underdog to Georgia. Give us your analysis of that game. Here you go.
Well, obviously,
Well.
Georgia's not the team we thought they were, you know?
Much better. I mean, they lost to a powerhouse last week. Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Kentucky on that one.
Why? You have to give us a reason.
No.
You don't have to
That's
give a
not,
reason.
That should not be the deal.
I mean, you don't have to give a reason.
Thank you.
Yep.
Is that the only one I'm picking?
Ball control.
Ball control.
Okay. Yeah, well, do you want to pick any of the others?
No, I don't even know any of those. I'll go Vanderbilt.
Okay, what you got for Mississippi State and Texas A&M?
Ooh. We'll go Mississippi State.
Miami, Florida State.
Florida State.
Texas and Florida.
Texas.
And you already
Yep.
picked Kentucky, Georgia. Okay, thank
Great.
you. All right, Brad, she made it again.
Hey, look,
She's going to be
I'm
5 for 5. 5 for 5, no
She's
doubt.
going to get herself on the.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you. Okay. No, look, I want you on the broadcast because you smell better than your husband.
Okay, Brad, you got to pick this one.
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, I've got Georgia 20.5-point favorites at home between the hedges against Kentucky. Boy, Kentucky's been bad. I haven't seen Kentucky be good all year. In fact, last week they went to South Carolina and lost to a mediocre, average South Carolina team, 35-13 or something like that. And that would be South Carolina would cover the Georgia spread if they were Georgia, right? So if South Carolina can do it, then I'm taking Georgia to do it too. I'll take the Dogs to beat Kentucky handily.
Okay, I got to say that I kind of agree with him. I think this is going to be a bounce-back game for Georgia. And I think playing at home, coming off that Alabama game, they got something to prove. And I think Georgia covers the 20.5.
Well, guess what? It's going to be all three of us because I
Okay.
agree with both of you. I don't think it's a particularly close game. I think Kentucky is awful, so I will also take UGA.
Okay, so the only games that really matter for us guys, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Florida, Texas.
That's it. That's all.
So I'm going to text this in the group.
That's all.
Man, let's see.
As we line up for the second half kick right now, kind of resetting Hillcrest 49-1 here in the Tuscaloosa County versus Hillcrest rivalry as we get ready for this second half of action. 3 people deep from the Patriots as the kick goes to number 11. That's Austin Cherry. Tackled by number 11 from County right there. Good job by A.D. McClain right there, wrapping up Austin Cherry right there. I think we had a return on to the right, Brent. So Austin trying to get over there, right up the middle by number 11 for County High. But Hillcrest does get the ball on our own 27-yard line to start this third quarter.
All right, so 49-21 as the Pats bring the offense onto the field, looking to extend this lead over the rival County High Wildcats. All right.
Interesting. Hillcrest's up 4 scores. Let's see if we can make it 5 on this possession.
How conservative we start getting here.
I don't think it's going to be conservative yet.
Here's the snap and the handoff to DeJuan Johnson over right tackle. DeJuan moves it up to the 30, pick up a 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. You know, DeJuan Johnson is a player who's been kind of hobbled a little bit by injury, but every coach I talk to says, you just wait. One of these days, he's going to break out. Watch out for him. DeJuan is special.
I would love to see that breakout happen right here in the second half, Brent.
He's getting healthier and healthier each week, so maybe we'll see it happen. Here's Jordan back to pass, rolling to his right, slinging it across the middle, intended for Jacoby Harris at about the 44, but it falls incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Pats.
Yeah, and the aforementioned DeJuan Johnson right there, kind of on the route that was kind of the same design, but 5 yards shorter, was open there, Brent. You know, I think that sometimes, you know, number 3 and number 5 are so dynamic, Brent. At times, Jordan's eyes only fall to them. And I do think there's some other wide receivers and running backs that may be open. But anytime 3 or 5 gets the ball, it could be 6 points for us.
That also looks like that's about the 2nd or 3rd time that Jacoby has run that drag route and just not been able to
Here's a
complete
little
it.
swing pass to Caden Smith, who pulls it in with one hand. He moves up to the 35-yard line, very close to a first down, but I believe he's about a yard short. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Pats from their own 35. will the offense stay on the field?
It looks like no hesitation. They're going heavy package, maybe bringing Jamarian Williams, Jaden Scott, a couple of tight ends, and it looks like they're just going to try to mash it right at County High right here. They just need the 1 yard to gain, but it's a big opportunity for County High.
Jordan under center. Hesitates, looks to the sideline. Changes the play, calls it out to his teammates. He'll take the snap. The toss sweep to DeJuan Johnson. DeJuan has the first down.
It's close. You're right. He got it, but it's not by much. He got it by about a quarter yard right there. Brad, who got that clean out block?
Well, I don't know. I looked like a double team there. Maybe Jamorian Hinton. I mean, those guys cleared that guy. The good thing is for County High, they got waxed on that left side, but at the same time still made a pretty good play defensively. Whew.
Stephen Fikes All-State first down for the Pats at the 38 yard line. Jordan back to pass, and he'll decide to just tuck this one and run it up the middle. Falls forward for a nice gain of about 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
That's about the 3rd or 4th time that Jordan has taken off in a scramble mode, and each time has been a really positive play for us. Obviously, you don't always want Jordan, but at the same time, he's a pretty effective runner, and it usually spells success for that offense when he's able to do so.
So 2nd and 4 from the 44 yard line of the Pats. They need the 47. That would make it 3 yards. Actual line of scrimmage is, 44, 47, 3 yards, 2nd and 3. The snap, Jordan fakes it, keeps it over left end, and he will be very close to first down yardage. Wow. The line judge comes in right near the sticks. I believe he's going to motion for the first down.
That looked like a generous spot to me. I didn't think he got that far.
I didn't either.
And
they moved him. That's right.
Moving the
they
chains.
did.
And then obviously I'm not standing down there, and I'll take the first down. And it was close either way. It's not like they were that far.
To me,
off,
I thought we got about a foot out of that, but
Yeah.
that foot was enough to give us the first down.
Yeah.
Chambly in shotgun now. Takes it, fakes it, keeps it up the middle, moves it close to midfield. He'll be brought down at about the 49 yard line. Give him 7 on that one, and it'll be 2nd down and 3.
So far, it feels like in the first half, Greg Guy got to call more plays, and this half, Bert Ashley's gotten to call more plays.
Well, you know, the run game is, if you have the opportunity to work on the run game, you're not in a desperate situation, close score game, why not try to develop it a little bit?
It doesn't feel like a work on the run game. It feels like a utilize the run game.
Jordan back to pass, looking down the middle, and caught by Caden Smith. He's inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for the Pats.
Yeah, and then you run, and what's that do? It opens up the pass game, and Caden Smith right down the seam on that near side hash, open for really good yardage, sets up Hillcrest for the 1st and goal, and there's a County High injured player there. It's not a Tidwell Paint Body timeout, but this is an injury timeout.
Yeah, we'll take a timeout here on this one, and we'll return after this. Your score, Hillcrest 49, County High 21. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
What initially drew you to become a member of Alabama Credit Union, and how has your experience evolved since then?
Yeah, so I came for college, and my dad and I came down, and Alabama Credit Union was convenient to campus. Being young, first time opening a bank account, and looking for some relationship. And so that's where I started. And then over the years, I have gotten married, had a family, and so it's just been with me every
Clock is running. 8:45 left in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, 1st and goal after the big reception by Caden Smith. Here's the toss sweep to Jacoby Harris, and Jacoby will pound it into the end zone.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Patriots. No, hit replay. See if it'll go to replay.
Jacoby Harris. Oh, there's a flag. A little
Here's
shenanigans
the
in the end zone. I don't.
Post touchdown.
Let me see on our delayed replay over here to our right in the booth. Brought to you by Samsung.
Brought to us by Kevin Thomas.
Let's see what we see. A little. Let's see. Anybody taking a shot anyway?
Oh, it looks yapping.
Was it just some yapping?
I don't know.
There can be a flag for yapping.
Did they offset? Did he do anything?
I didn't see a call. Oh, it just must be against us because I don't see anything.
Oh, here we go.
On sportsmanlike.
Touchdown's good.
Oh.
They're going to have it on the kickoff. So it's just against us.
Yep. We're the only ones who did anything.
I feel like that's just our MO.
Brandy Patterson extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 56-21, guys. We're inching very close. Look, I'm just going to say it.
I know.
We got to say it. I mean, 63, is that the number? Is it 63? 63 is the number.
Right. Yep.
The highest amount of points scored by a Hillcrest football team. We're with 8:30 remaining
and Brad,
in the third quarter.
Brad, you touched on the first half. If County keeps scoring, I think we're going to break it. You know, I think if they get another touchdown here, I think Jamie's going to be like, well, I'm going to have to keep extending that lead right there. The rest of these games, you know, I think was that game 63-0 that we beat Selma that year?
Yes.
So they've just been complete blowouts. This has been complete domination here, but County I has put up 3 touchdowns.
Well, and it's certainly been, and just to be honest, I think it's just been a respectable showing by the Cats.
Couldn't agree more.
I mean, it's certainly shown that they do have the ability to score some points. They have a very dynamic offense. The approach is kind of weird, so it's, you know, sometimes people aren't prepared for the wing team. And they do a really good job. Yeah, I agree.
Credit to Coach Bell for keeping them together and putting a very respectable product out here through 3.5 quarters.
I will say also, and obviously this is not meant to be disrespectful at all, but I think there was probably the mindset, look, guys, we're going to compete regardless of the score. And you got to have that mindset in a situation where you feel like you may not be able to win the game, but you've got to have your kids competing regardless, and they've done that.
Tiger Rock kickoff is high and short. It's fielded at the 26-yard line.
There you go.
And up the gut.
There it goes.
A lot of room. 45-40, 35-30, 25.
Got him.
And brought down from behind. Who was it?
That's Jalen Cook.
Jalen Cook. Good job, Cookie, chasing him down. And catching him before he got 6.
See, and that's the sort of thing that makes you think, okay, this game, you know, we can sit around and be like, well, Hillcrest is up by 35, and obviously that's a large number of points. But if they keep scoring, Hillcrest is going to have to.
Yeah.
We just haven't shown a lot of ability to stop them at times.
You know, in that 100-0 game between Williamson and Murphy, there were only 100 total points scored. We may beat that here tonight.
You're right. I mean, we're up right now to 77, so we're approaching it.
All right, so the Cats up to the line of scrimmage. C.J. Kimball under center. Looking for room. And he is blown up in the backfield. Great job by the Pats defensive lineman Jackson Metz coming up to sack him.
Good job by Jackson. You know, he had an injury through the first 4 games of the season. Just able to get back to action, you know, last week, maybe 2. Good job by him. Action Jackson for sure.
If he keeps making plays like that, we call him Action Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
He and his dad are going to be fired up.
As well they should.
Yep.
Why's the clock stop?
It's just because it's that erroneous clock with the malfunction.
Stopped over there, too.
Oh, is it something? Oh, they're having some sort of...
Yeah, the erroneous clock reading 1 minute
Well, the problem is the play clock. And that's what the officials are going to say, is that the play clock is bad over there on that end. So the game clock can be messed up and have it on the other, but the play clock cannot.
Yeah, you got to know how much time you have left on the play clock.
The problem, and what you would do is you'd have to shut the clock down and just look for the back judge to put his hands up.
And that's what they did, Brad. You can see right there. They shut down the play clock altogether in the north and the south end zone now.
That's the only thing they're going to be able to do.
They're shutting down the scoreboard here
in the south
end zone completely.
Yeah.
But again, of course, us here on our broadcast, we would never understand a technical issue. That could not possibly ever happen to us.
Technical difficulty, and I don't know. The interesting thing is, remember, this is a wireless technology for the south end zone scoreboard. So what happens is the frequency of the communication devices by the coaches. You know, coaches have these wireless networks that they're using, CoachCom, whatever, Portaphone, and our coaches, I don't know what brand County High is using, but a lot of times the frequencies can interfere with the scoreboard, and that's what's happening tonight, just so you know.
It looks like we've lost power in the south. Oh, well, there it's coming back. Now we got all zeros on the south end scoreboard.
Oh, play clock.
And the play clock, well, back to the 1 minute and 1-0 score and 1 second on the play clock.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here.
There's a situation, I mean, the officials can keep it on the field, can they not?
They can, but obviously you don't want to do that.
Right, but at some point you have to just
well, no doubt.
punt,
and they would have to. Yeah.
I got you. Well, the other one's working. So.
No, the play clock isn't working on either end.
I mean, probably wouldn't hurt. We just no less one we got right now.
Well, reset for you, 8:16 left. Hillcrest up 56-21, County High with the ball in the Centel Home Design red zone at the 19 of Hillcrest.
Clock should be right
after the big kickoff return. The handoff up the middle, few yards for the fullback as he'll move it forward about 4. And was that a penalty against County High? No, it was a sack. It was so long ago, I'd forgotten. It was the Action Jackson sack.
Yeah, no doubt. And
that makes it 3rd and 12.
I'm focused on the scoreboard, too. The clock is running right now. I don't know if the north end zone scoreboard is not working or if we're simply keeping it on the field, so they've just stopped using it over there. However, there's under 7.5 minutes on right now. Hillcrest leading 56-21. But you're right, it does bring up a 3rd and 11 for Tuscaloosa County.
So are you saying that the actual game time is incorrect on the scoreboard?
That's right. The clock has been wound. Like right there, you can see the White House.
And it's not moving.
It's not moving. That's correct. I believe it.
You want to try to keep up with it as much as possible there? Take a guess and watch the officials?
This is a guess, guys. I'm going to guess. And once again, I don't know. I would assume the clock is stopped right now. My guess is there's somewhere around 7.5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter.
Okay. Let's see when he starts it.
Don't look like it.
We've cut the south end zone clock. We're trying to, I think at this point, we're just going to hopefully get the game clock working on the north end zone and go with that.
Yeah.
Well, we've lost Brad because he was called
Brad is trying to go there.
Try to help solve this issue.
We see our Jeff Free is also down there in the south end zone. I believe that's who Mr. Thomas is talking to. You can see the clock. We have started the clock right now. So the clock is officially running. The clock that you guys are seeing with 7:24 in counting is very unofficial.
Well,
we think it's right around there, though.
Probably close, yeah. All right. Pressure coming on the quarterback. And he will be brought down after the loss, so I guess that's officially
right
a sack.
around there. Definitely right there.
Probably
quite
close.
the tandem right there.
Yeah.
You saw big number 9, A.J. Love, and then even bigger
All
number
right.
96, Deshaun Pope. A.J. was able to make the initial hit, then Deshaun Pope came in and cleaned it up. If you're scoring a home, that's a half sack for each of them.
I was telling these guys on the huddle the other night as we spotlighted the defensive line, I was saying one of my favorite things to watch is those big DLs chasing down that quarterback.
Well, you know,
That's so
I
much
don't
fun
think
to watch.
you've ever seen them in practice. If you've been at field level, the speed that they have,
It's
really
amazing,
the broadcast. Unless you're down there watching it at eye level, it doesn't do it justice. Just how big and how quick those guys are.
Right. Kimball rolls to his left. He'll keep this one. It's 4th down, and the Cats have enough for the 1st down. No, I'm sorry. He crossed the first stick, not the second. So on 4th and 12, the Cats went for it, did not make it, and Hillcrest will take over on down.
You know, we got it right here with 6:14 left in the 3rd quarter, Brett. And right here, we see the clock is set at 7:43 now. So We're trying to get the clock back going. I think there's about a minute and a half less than that. Obviously, that's a very unofficial time there. So
it's kind of like the Price is Right, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
we'll
we're
see
trying
how
to
close
guess
you are.
That's,
hey,
yes.
that'll be fun. We'll see how close you are when they actually come back and get things up and running.
And I got a feeling I will not be nearly as close as I hope, but somewhere in the ballpark of 6.5 minutes, and I'll purposely say somewhere between 6 and 7 minutes here, Brent. So.
All right, 56-21 your score. It is the third quarter with somewhere around 6 minutes remaining. Hillcrest takes over on downs. Jordan Chambly under center at quarterback will take it, and he will hand it off to Omari Taylor, who gets his first carry of the night, and it's a nice gain for Omari to the 20-yard line. Nice pickup of about 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I'm not saying there's certainly a scenario County High can come back and win this game, Brent. But I got a feeling, Coach Mitchell and Coach Guy, we're going to see some of those fresher faces there. I don't know how much of the first team we're going to see going forward.
This is DeJuan Johnson, who takes it on the toss around left end. DeJuan with a nice run down to the 34-yard line. DeJuan picks up 13 on that carry. It's a Stephen Fikes All-State first down.
Great job right there. Great job of the O-line. Good job right there by Zero DeJuan hitting the hole there. Really doing a good job picking up 7 or 8, moving the chains once again as the white hat.
Or 13.
Or 13, and brings up 1st and 10 as the clock hits. The clock, if this is winding, then I'm way off.
6:30. No, you weren't too bad. No, I guess you were about a minute off. But you had no idea of knowing when they had started it back. Jordan hands it off to Omari Taylor as he works his way over the right side down to the 40-yard line. Another nice pickup by Omari of about 6, and it'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Pats. And we have conflicting times here.
No. It's going to be 6:13, 6:12 and counting.
Okay, now it's right. 6:09 remaining here in the third. I think we have everything squared away now. Nice recovery there by the powers that be, getting the scoreboards and clocks back up and operational.
2nd and 4 right now for the Pats.
Jordan hands this one off on the belly G, but
see who it was
not a whole lot of yardage there. I believe it was Omari Taylor. Yeah, it was. He'll pick up a couple, but be short of the first down by 2. It's 3rd and 2.
You see Jamie Mitchell, if he had his druthers right here, it'd be a nice 5.5-minute drive from here, ending in a touchdown. And that scoring record is still well within reach, Brent. Probably going to take a little bit.
All right, so Jordan under center, 2 wides, 1 to either side. Fullback and tailback behind him. The snap and the handoff to DeJuan Johnson, who bulls his way forward, close to midfield. That's a pickup of 8 and enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down. Brad, did you go and put your superhero cape on and solve the issue?
No. Look, there are way too many people around here that know a lot about what's going on. It's not for me to get superhero credit. All right, so
well,
Kevin
I know
Thomas
that you walked
knows
away and you came back and it was fixed.
Well, that's only because other people helped too. Kevin's really good at some of those things in sound. Stephen Langford's helping with scoreboard. When we have him, we actually get a down in distance. What do you know?
Here's a handoff to Omari Taylor, weaving his way across the left side, past the Hillcrest H logo at midfield, picking up about 8, and it's 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, and actually the problem, I think, literally was that somebody kicked a power switch on a surge protector.
It's always that kind of thing with us, too.
Isn't it funny?
Yeah. So it's just the way it goes. And the thing is, you can set up as much as you want and try to be as organized and as secure with all the stuff, and it takes one little thing for somebody to hit a button.
There's never some fail-safe.
That's exactly
always going to happen.
What happened to us last week when our audio got messed up for the second half. Here's DeJuan Johnson over right tackle, nowhere to go. He'll be tackled in the backfield, actually lose about a yard. Caden Little there for the Cats, the linebacker making the tackle. I want to go back to that, talking about the technical stuff. Last week, what happened to us is exactly the same thing. I was adjusting our booth camera, and I accidentally hit the switch on the power switch, the power supply.
It happens. You know,
and
little
then when
things.
it came back,
That's exactly. It wasn't where it was supposed to be.
It
right.
reset a setting within the computer that caused us to be pegging with our sound.
Hey, we finally get one?
Yep, I think we drew them off sides. And yes, indeed, that will be offsides against Cats, and it'll be first down Pats.
Well, you know, we've seen quite a bit this year. Hillcrest be susceptible to that hard count, giving up that 5 on 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. So it's nice that we kind of the beneficiary of it on this one.
Yeah, we've certainly been on the other side of it. Man.
First 3 games we weren't. Second 3 games we were. Here's the toss sweep to Omari Taylor, doing a good job weaving his way through on the left side down to the 30-yard line. Omari has about 8 more on first down, 2nd and 2.
Nice run by Omari.
Have we put the ball in the air this possession? I know, Brad, you were taking care of the scoreboard there. I think it's been run after run after run. I believe we've already had, I think this will be the 9th play of the drive, and I think the first 8 have been runs.
You know, the thing is, too, that time of possession is starting to really mount up in favor of Hillcrest. And also, I obviously came in late on this. Has Colburn been the quarterback for the entire drive?
No.
No, Jordan started out. I think it's only been the last snap or 2 we've seen Harrison out there.
Harrison hands it off to DeJuan Johnson, and DeJuan tries to bounce it outside, but he's unable to. Flags come flying in from behind.
That signals a hold usually.
Yes, holding against Hillcrest.
What do you think County does here? Think they take it?
That's a great question.
I would say probably so.
I was thinking it was 3rd down, and they were going to have to choose between a 4th and 2 or a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, it's going to be a 2nd and 12, though, after they take this penalty.
At some point, I would like to know, and I don't think that happens yet, but I would be interested to know, will we see Harrison Colburn throw the ball? I'm going to go with no.
I'm going to guess no as well.
I'll say yes. We've agreed way too much tonight. I think he puts the ball in the air on this play.
Whoop. No, he's going to run it straight up the gut. Barrel his way forward to the 35-yard line. Nice pickup of about 7, but it still leaves the Pats well short of the first down.
I'll tell you something I want to see.
A long field goal?
Yes.
I knew it.
Absolutely. I want to see how far Elijah can kick this ball right now.
What is the longest field goal in Hillcrest football history?
The longest Coach P remembers is Melvin Gueller in 2011 kicking a 47-yarder at the buzzer against Vestavia to win the game.
That's pretty impressive.
Very impressive. He was actually first-team All-State that year.
Brent.
Well, that was just coincidental. I was yawning because I'm tired. I really am impressed.
Very impressive.
Why's the clock stopped?
I don't know. That's not us. That is somebody stopping the clock. Here we go. Now it's cranked.
Why isn't the clock moving, though, now, Brett? I'm just
kidding.
It is.
Oh, it's like, wait a minute, what? It is.
Just a joke.
Dang it.
Sorry, we're up by a lot.
All right, Harrison puts it in the air, and it is complete on a little swing pass over here to the left, but
I hate
not a whole lot
result.
of space there to Omari Taylor. He'll actually lose yardage, and it'll be 4th down for the Pats. You want a long field goal, like about a 55-yarder?
I think that's probably out of his range. Well, oh, no.
It's
we got
Gunner the
team.
punter.
Yep, we got the punt team.
I said that like I don't like Gunner.
I love Gunner.
Gunner. There's Gunner.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the huddle, how nobody ever likes to see him come on the field.
But you know what?
In this capacity.
He's had a good year.
He has had a pretty good year.
He's had a few shaky kicks, but, man, that kid has come on, though, in the last couple of weeks in some big moments.
Yep.
He was our player of the game against Hewitt because he punted it 8 times. The snap. The punt is away, and wow, he's sending this one through the end zone.
That's a great,
it's
actually angled really well.
He caught the coffin corner, kind of, and just down at the 5. Wow, nice job. I thought it was going to go out the back of the end zone.
Gunner Bramlett right there. Golly, that's a heck of a kick.
Hey, by the way, I know we talk over you a lot, but and one of my friends, or somebody, well, it's probably not my friend anymore, but they said to me something like, oh, you guys do a really good broadcast, but you talk over each other too much. I was like, man, it's a high school football broadcast, and we're awesome. And so if we talk over each other, That's just part of the fun of being on Friday
I think
nights.
it's just I had to talk over you there. I think it's just passion right there.
Well, actually, I was going to tell you that.
So I forget who that was.
And we're waiting.
I will tell you this, that I've had somebody else say that same thing, and it was Jim Dunaway, the sports radio personality, who said the same thing when we saw him. He was really nice to us at Vestavia and helped us get all set up. Well, he was nice before the game.
Never mind. He was extremely polite.
But look. By the way, the down marker and the official have the mark at the 5 or the 6. But the umpire has the ball on the 10.
Yep.
So somebody's wrong. That's why we have a slight delay here.
He marked it at the 5 when he marked where it went out of bounds.
The line judge definitely did that, and they're kind of like, and both line judges, by the way.
He's still on the 5.
And now the line judge has come to the 10. And they'd be like, what? How did that happen?
I don't know.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, line of scrimmage, the 10 for the Cats. 32 seconds remaining in this third quarter. The snap, the handoff, over left guard, couple of yards, second down and 8.
Couple of yards.
It's getting that way, isn't it?
Here's probably the last play of the quarter.
Yeah, I was about to say, this feels like the last play of the quarter. We'll see. County High huddling, I'm kind of how they're coming back out with 10 seconds left to go on the plate of the game clock. So I'm ready to turn the lights off, but can't do it yet.
Not yet.
Was the last
They're
time
going to get a snap here? Yeah, they got the snap off.
Here we go.
And
Lights are going off.
Handoff over right guard.
Was the last time they were here? Was the inaugural? The lights went out on County.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. The night the lights went on County. So we'll keep it right here for just a second for the big lights going out into the third quarter. Everybody jumping around.
Okay.
Do we have other shots here on the other camera? Yeah. Okay, here we go. That's a good shot of our Hillcrest crowd getting the lights going and jumping around.
Let me know
on the
when we get to
field.
about the minute mark, something like that. Minute 20, minute 15. Somewhere around the minute.
You know the words
20.
to this song? Jump around.
Yeah.
And that's all I know. Is that by Sir Mix-a-Lord?
No.
This is by Sir House of Pain.
I know it's House of Pain. I just had to.
That's about it.
Give you a little.
That's about it. It's right there. I know the lyric when it comes on. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Should come on. Should come on.
In theory.
Hey! Made you a little bit nervous there.
Always a moment of trepidation when you're like, oh no.
It's not so nerve-wracking when I'm not the guy doing the lights.
Right.
And when I'm doing the lights, I'm always like, these things better come back on.
Because if they don't come back on, there is not a plan B. It's hitting the button over and over again.
Hey, I got this light up here in the booth we could use.
That son of a gun. Let me tell you something.
Hey, look, not only that, the game. Look, Bama's calling for you to come over there for their LED show. The first time I went to the Bama-Tennessee game with those lights, I was like, seriously? Click, 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 click. That's like me when I was 5.
Yep.
Watch this, Mom. Flipping the lights on and off. I'm just kidding.
All right. 3rd down and 5 for the Cats. First play of the fourth quarter. And the handoff over right guard will go nowhere to the running back, G. No, that's not G. That's Dylan Taylor. It'll be 4th down and 3 for the Cats deep in their territory, trailing 56-21. Do they punt this away? Or
you would think so. I mean, they're on their own 16. I would think they'd kick it.
They're down by 5 touchdowns. Here's the other thing. We're not going to see this get broken tonight.
Unless 5 does something on the return.
Well, but even then,
it'll still be 63.
That's what I'm saying. Unless they get one of those go for 2, and they're not going to do that up by 6 scores.
You see, normally Caden back there. This time it is Gunner, the punt returner, back there.
Yeah, along with Jacoby.
And all of them.
As they wait right at about midfield to return this punt. I called that one, didn't I?
Oh,
no, don't you
he
do
got
it.
the kick away, and the fair catch called for by Gunner. Remember I told you in pregame, something's going to happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was a roughing or maybe a running into. Is there a running into in high school, or is it only
I think it's a roughing the kicker. I don't know. It's just going to be a roughing the kicker, I would think.
Well, it's going to be enough for the first down either way because it's less than 5 yards.
It is just running into the kicker, P.
That's fine. Either way, it'll be 1st and 10 for Tuscaloosa County now. The Hillcrest, I did not get a number of the young man who ran into the kicker. He knew what he was doing. He just couldn't stop.
Well, he had a good shot at blocking it after the snap didn't make it to the punter, but that just kind of throws the timing of everything off.
I thought it might have been offsetting because I thought County had illegal people downfield because the timing was thrown off, but my opinion does not count on that matter.
11 minutes remaining in the game, 56-21. Cats with the first down after the running into the kicker penalty. 22-yard line approximately, and the pitch out, and wow, a swarm of a swarm of Hillcrest Patriots bringing down the County High running back in the backfield.
Yes, good job by number 4, Marcus Silvers right there. Had the quarterback, then was able to make the initial hit on the pitch man as well. So good job by number 6. Was he the defensive MVP last week?
He sure was.
Yeah, so Marcus with a good job
of County High.
Kind of building on what he
Totally
did
blew
last
up
week.
that play from the quarterback to the pitch man, hit both of them. Loss of 4, making it 2nd and 14 for the Cats. C.J. Kemble under center, whistles. Timeout for County High.
Now,
okay, with the timeout.
Timeout.
Yep, easy for you to say.
Easy for me to say.
We'll take a break as well. 10-10 remaining, Hillcrest 56-21. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Serving the University of Alabama alumni, students, and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as everything you need for the perfect game day experience. Come see our exclusive in-house designed Bama apparel and souvenirs to help you stand out. Located on the heart of the Strip on University Boulevard in the shadow of Bryant-Denny. They're open 7 days a week or shop online anytime at bamastuff.com. Bama Stuff is proud to be UA alumni and veteran.
All right, now that we're done with that Taba timeout, we are back here at Roy Johnson.
You better be flawless the second. You better be flawless, buddy, because I'm on you. Yeah.
I'm sure he won't miss a name.
I won't miss anything. I am flawless. What are you talking about? All right, so here's a run around right in. Getting up to about the 20-yard line is the running back, Dylan Taylor, 3rd down and 11.
Whenever I check RSV Design score,
that's what I'm trying to do too.
I'm trying to. I feel like the most unreliable service is Max Preps.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, that Abbeville versus GW Long, 120-49. I mean, that's not happening.
No. Some people just having fun, I guess.
I guess. Lots of fun.
C.J. Kemble takes the snap, drops back. Slant across the middle is complete. The receiver bounces off a couple of tackles. Is finally brought down about the 35. Nice play there by Aiden Gusewicz, who's had quite a few catches for the Cats here tonight.
He's had a pretty good game. I think we've said this on the broadcast a few times where when you watch a game, you see a few players on the other side of the field that you might like to have for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think, I wouldn't mind that guy playing for us.
Yeah.
And, of course, that kid's a pretty good player. He did a pretty good job tonight. Nice possession guy. Not a huge amount of speed, but certainly sure-handed.
And a lot of grit, too.
No doubt. Tough player.
Kimball takes it, hands it off over left guard. Runner moves it up to about the 40. Number 3 with a 3-yard gain, Dylan Taylor.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good night tonight too, guys. He's a load to bring down also. I mean, he's a pretty good looking tailback back there. And he's just a sophomore. as long as this roster's accurate.
Kimball takes it. He hands it off. No, actually, he keeps this one. And he is brought down in the backfield. Another swarm of tacklers there for the Pats. And there's Kemarcus Silvers in on that one again, along with several others.
Yeah, he fooled me too, Brent, because he's fooled me a couple times tonight, along with our defense, because I thought he gave it to the first guy through. But good job by him. Good job by that young man all night.
Another one of those situations. Maybe he should have handed it off.
Yeah, I'm looking at the county's schedule now, and after this play, we'll get to the rest of the season. But it doesn't get any easier for the Cats the next 3 weeks.
They're about to hit the gauntlet.
They
are. They? 3rd and 6. Gusewich makes the catch past the sticks at about the 46. Gusewich past the sticks at the 46.
Wow.
You like that one?
The kid has good hands, though, man. He's a ball player, though. He's had several good catches all night.
It's a rhymelation.
What?
It's rhymelation.
You know.
A rhymelation.
It's like when you mix some words together that sound alike.
It's like a rear.
Yeah. It's like, it's like a near rhyme.
You can say that in arrears.
A visual rhyme.
You said it in arrears. Here's a pitch around right in. That is Braylon Dove, who ordinarily lines up at wide receiver, but every once in a while he'll take a pitch.
And we are still running the clock like normal right now, despite the big lead by Hillcrest. No hot clock for us. 56-21, 6:42 left in the ball game.
I didn't want to go home early or anything.
Well, at this point, though, you don't do the hot clock at this point, do you? Like in the middle of a quarter?
I'll take it at any point.
As long as both coaches agree.
Even at this point, I mean, what are they going to do? Yell at each other across the sideline?
Yeah, I know, you're right. Yeah.
All right, here's a handoff once again to Dylan Taylor. A couple of yards. I think at this point, guys, the best we can hope for is to tie the all-time record.
I like
in
where you're
points.
going, Brent. That's a reverse jinx. I like it. You know,
we're never
you're
breaking
getting there.
that. We're never breaking that record.
Never. It'll go down. It's that record. It's like DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak.
Man.
Of course, with as many big plays that have been in this game, who knows?
I think even if County High scores again, we don't press for it.
No.
Still up by 4 touchdowns, even if they score. So
right. And here's a big gainer over left tackle inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line goes the running back Dylan Taylor.
It's been tough, man.
County High threatening again in the Centel Home Design red zone.
That kid's been a good football player all night tonight. He's, like I said, I've said this a few times, he's a big load to bring down, and showed there that he has some speed.
Yeah, we're trying to get the number of yards for him this evening, but he has a large number of yards for them.
I can take
He's had
a look.
several plays where he has been very difficult for us to stop.
I can take a look and let you know what we got.
I don't think he's getting the ball here. He looks like he's shaking up, just to be honest with you. That's illegal. That's illegal.
They didn't call it.
They did do it this time.
Yeah, it's both players on the wings moving back into the backfield at the same time.
Should be, I was going to say.
I think Jamie's asking what they did, but I think it was the white hat who called it. Jamie's not happy with the official on our sideline.
Well, no, I did see the near sideline judge. He's putting his flag back in his pocket. The other thing that I might be asking is, why wasn't that a penalty in the very beginning?
Right?
Yeah, because that's exactly what happened in the first quarter.
I have Dylan Taylor with 7 carries for 81 yards, but also Julius G with 17 carries for 77. That's number 2 and number 3.
Okay.
Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Exactly. It's just me.
That's illegal.
Right
they
there.
can't break the huddle with 12 guys.
C.J. Kimball keeps it around right into the 20.
To further that, Brad, I don't think he was off the field when the ball was snapped either. So I think it was 12 people on the field when the ball was snapped as well.
Man, I think you're right.
So as we wind under 5 minutes.
I think there may be a rule that if you're up by 5 touchdowns, that's not a penalty.
I have this update that just came on my phone.
Oh,
There was once a study that proved pigeons can tell the difference between a Pablo Picasso painting and a Claude Monet painting.
Wow, that's atrocious.
You live a different life than me. Those are not the updates I get.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who sent that to you?
I have this little fax app.
Oh, yeah, right.
I really do. Kimball back to pass. Nice dart across the middle to that man who's been really having a great game, Aiden Gusewich. And he's short of the first down, but still, or did they call it incomplete? Oh,
yeah, it was definitely
okay,
incomplete.
He dropped it. Okay, I thought he had pulled it in.
Can pigeons tell the difference between a complete pass and an incomplete pass?
You need to get a new fact out. The fact is, pigeons can tell the difference in a Picasso painting and whoever it was.
How about this? There's no butter in buttermilk.
Wow. The hits just keep coming.
Oh, the snap. Kimball back to pass. Scrambling to his right, looking downfield, and he'll be tackled right at the first down sticks. The first part of the first down sticks, not the first down, at about the 15-yard line, so it'll be fourth down.
The shenanigans have cost us 40% of our Mix-a-Lot viewers. We're down to 3.
Oh, man.
So
please, if you know those two people that quit listening, we need them back.
Well, they'll tell them about Pablo Picasso and buttermilk, please, because they missed it.
Yeah, that's the problem. You're basically running people away.
I know that I'm getting on your nerves. Every one of them, every 45 miles of nerves in the skin of your body.
We need a play. And the good news is County High is attempting a field goal here.
We're going to block it.
It's going to be
if we block it, Brent can give us no more facts for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I know it. That'd be nice if we block it and return it.
Well, we won't find out.
Oh, man.
He would have missed it.
Man.
Try it again.
Would you like to know the?
So they took a. Did they take a timeout there? Yeah, they did. They took a tip. I guess.
Would you like to know the lifespan of an eyelash?
Well, then what was that?
3 weeks.
Oh, it was okay. Let him kick it.
What's going on? Did they take the? They took the penalty.
They took the penalty.
Okay.
Well, I would say that they were just an eyelash late. And by the way, the lifespan of an eyelash is 150 days.
Man.
They're taking way under.
The lifespan of this game is 150 days also.
150 years. This kick is going to be short.
That'd have been good. How far was that field goal attempt?
That was a 40-yarder.
39-yarder.
Yeah, that'd have been good from 25.
Now the ball will be, because remember, by the way, we learned this. That's the same as a punt. And so
20.
since it was kicked into the end zone, we'll get the ball at the 20.
What was the reason? We looked into it. Remember we said, why not just try a field goal from wherever then?
You can do that.
But it has to go to the end zone.
Not necessarily. It would be like a punt. It's literally a punt. So if you do try it from the 50 and then you're able to kick it into to the 10 and that's where it's down, then that's where the defense would get it.
That's right.
Yeah. So in high school football, that's the same thing.
So you're saying if you tried an 80-yard field goal and missed it, and the ball landed on about the 40-yard line, then you would get the ball at the 20-yard line. And that's much further than you could punt it, so why not just kick a field goal?
Not the 20-yard line. You would get it on the 40-yard line, wherever the ball landed, right?
No. Yes.
Oh, I thought you said it would be.
No, it's wherever the ball landed. It's just like a punt.
Okay. Hey, no, that's Omari Taylor.
No, it's not. 38.
It's 38 with some wheels there.
38.
That's Caden May.
Yes, the sophomore sensation.
Look at him running past those defenders. That's Omari Taylor. All the way into Pat's territory, Cat's territory. It's 47-yard line. Oh, I made a mistake. Wheels there. That is Caden May.
Man.
On average, I make 37.2 mistakes per game. That just came in my facts
I think, over under the rest of the game, 2.5 mistakes.
I'm not focused now, so probably more than that. Hey!
Go ahead, Harrison.
Yeah. Nice carry there by Harrison Colburn over right guard, picking up about 16 and a Stephen Fikes All-State first down to the 30.
Maybe he's just known as Harrison Construction. That would require some money. because they're a real business, and if they're going to get their name shouted out, then we're going to get sponsorship.
Harrison Destruction.
Oh, yeah,
Hey, that's a good one.
I like that.
Thank you.
That doesn't go towards your 2.5.
Do I get a little bit of credit?
You do.
there?
You get 2.75
so,
instead.
yeah.
Okay. Here's a pitch out again to May. May breaks it up. A spin up the middle and into the end zone.
Opportunity.
As he speeds into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. Here's
By the way, for those of you listening, Brent did call the play.
May.
You just couldn't hear it over top of me.
Right. Sorry, Tim Dunaway.
Oh, it's a flag.
Oh, such a great run.
Erroneous.
Hey, but Caden May, man, he's looking special out there, isn't he?
Well,
The, as you like to say, sophomore sensation.
I like that.
Got some speed out there. What was the penalty?
Illegal shift.
Illegal shift.
Thank you, public address announcer Kevin. You can't say that on high school broadcast.
Colburn under center, takes the snap, handoff on the belly G.
Caden's making the most of it.
Yeah, Caden
He's
May
running
on the
hard.
carry, yeah. Taking advantage of his time. Second down and about 7 now for the Pats. 3 minutes, under 3 minutes now actually remaining in this game. Y'all call this real quick. I got to do something.
Okay, the toss to Caden. Caden goes around the right side. He looks like he's going to try to break through and gets down to about the 13.
Yeah, picks up a first down, Brad. Moving the chains. Hillcrest, 2:34 left in this ball game right now. You got to figure Coach Mitchell, Harrison, Colburn keeping the ball on the ground. I think Coach Mitchell's going to try to use as much of the play clock and the game clock as he can.
Yeah, the huddle up there and little 20 on the play clock. I formation. E.J. Chess is your tailback here. The give to Chess up the middle. He's hit early, but a pickup of about 3 for Chess as he takes it down to the Hillcrest 10. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Patriots. 2-minute mark in 2-1, right at 2 minutes for Hillcrest.
EJ, another sophomore for us. Kind of getting a little bit of a view what it's going to be like the next couple years for the Pats. Of course, we'll have some other players move up from the middle schools, but you can see the future is also extremely bright for Hillcrest.
Got that right. 140 and counting as the clock dwindles down. Colburn, the give up the middle to Caden May. He busts through. He is in the end zone this time. And this time there are no flags. So pick number 38, the sophomore sensation.
Right.
Caden May takes it into the end zone. 6 points for the good guys. Makes it 62-21 with 1:31 to play. Give. Now, this is the point where we're going to kick this. No way we're going to do anything other than this. But this would tie and the all-time scoring record for the Patriots. 63 points is the most we've ever scored in a game. The extra point here would tie it. And on is your kicker, Angel Gonzalez.
The snap, the placement, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Pats tie the all-time scoring record at 63.
Angel, I hear you, man.
Real quick, this will also be the biggest margin of defeat by either side in the Hillcrest County High rivalry. So although we are very unlikely to set the scoring record, it is 6. Did that go in?
Yes,
Did we just not put it in? We just didn't put it on the board yet? Okay, 63-21. So that 42-point margin there. This is now the 27th meeting between these two schools. This is the largest margin of victory for either school.
You know, you said earlier, Brent, this was County High's largest output of points this season.
Yeah.
It's Hillcrest's largest output of points this season.
Yeah.
It's also Hillcrest's largest margin of victory this season.
Yep.
And the largest margin of victory for any game in this series, correct? Is that what you said?
That is correct, Brett.
Yep.
By either team,
Right,
not just
by either
Hillcrest,
team.
but or
Yes.
county.
So really a lot of interesting dynamics going on with the score.
Yeah, and I touched on it previously, never went back to it, about how County High's schedule gets no easier. Next week, they travel to Hoover. Then they come back home and host Vestavia before traveling to Hewitt-Trussville. So kind of that gauntlet of a schedule we had to face in the first half of the year. County High has to go through that over the next month.
Whew. It's a tough gauntlet. I'd like any gauntlet, let alone that one.
Guys, we got a tough one next week.
We do.
Sure do.
We do.
Oh, do you have any scoreboard updates?
The last
on
one
any
I
of
saw
those?
was 2010 Thompson, but that's been half an hour ago.
I got 34-13
That sounds right.
Whoa, really?
Yep.
Wow.
Good kick on Hill.
Oh,
it.
Fumbled. Uh-oh. Who's on? Did County I pick it up?
The viewers have no idea what's going on. We're going, oh.
Well, if they're watching, they know.
4 people are clueless.
But you know what? Those 4 Mixlr viewers, it's a disrespect to Mixlr, if you ask me.
We're averaging this year around 30 to 35 people on Mixlr each week.
That's great, which means you have to call the game just a little bit differently, Brent. Really challenges your play-by-play skills.
That's right.
You know, the good news is, though, those Mixlr viewers never know when you get the names wrong.
But also, they're not viewers.
Listeners, sorry.
I mean, unless they're looking at their computers.
Part of your 2.5.
All right, the handoff goes nowhere.
Timeout.
Take
a timeout. I'm just kidding. I'm teasing.
Coming close to 1 minute remaining in this game. I have a feeling, guys, this final score is going to be 63-21.
If it's not,
I don't think that's going to be one of your 2.5. I think that's a pretty good prediction. Brad, do you happen to see a Vestavia score anywhere? I don't see one updating on AL.com.
Let me take a look here, buddy. I do. I also have Hoover 41, Oak Mountain 21. Let's see.
Phoenix City beating Auburn 36-0.
Whew. Oh, we're not nearly as good as they were expected to be, huh?
Vestavia beat Prattville 56-28.
Wow.
Okay.
You know, I think Auburn's not that bad. They've only lost 2 games now, obviously, to Phoenix City and to Vestavia now. So,
a couple of pretty good teams
by very
right there.
wide margins, though.
That's pretty good teams right there, though, fellas.
Carver Montgomery blowing out Enterprise. Opelika beating Dothan. I think that's a bit of a surprise.
This will be the last play of the game. And it is a handoff up the middle. Big scrum at about the 29, and that'll do it. Your final score, Hillcrest 63.
Yeah.
And Tuscaloosa County 21. We're back after this with the post-game show on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Serving the University of Alabama alumni, students, and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as everything you need for the perfect game day experience. Come see our exclusive in-house designed Bama apparel and souvenirs to help you stand out. Located on the heart of the Strip on University Boulevard in the shadow of Bryant-Denny. They're open 7 days a week or shop online anytime at BamaStuff.com. Bama Stuff is proud to be UA alumni and veteran.
All right, we are back at Roy Johnson Stadium. Your final score once again, Hillcrest 63, Guest 21. The Guest is Tuscaloosa County High School, of course.
Oh, is it?
The largest margin of victory by the Patriots over the Wildcats ever in the history of this series. Change the scoreboard to say final. Let's make it official. There you go. Yeah,
there it is. Okay. 4,398
Yours didn't
days.
change the final. It's weird.
It's on there.
Okay. On the broadcast, it doesn't say final, though. That's weird on the score strip. Oh, well. We did it. David, we hit it, but it didn't change. I don't know why. Okay, it's not fourth quarter and 2nd and 11. It's final. Hillcrest 63-21. You guys already did a bunch of RSV Design scoreboard updates, so I think we've already taken care of that business.
I believe so.
Unless you have anything else that you need to add to that.
I'll add it if I need to, but yes, keep going, Brent.
Okay.
Thanks, Wes.
Let's look at, let's just pick and choose a couple of the big stats here tonight as we're considering who our players of the game will be. Okay, well, go ahead. You got
I got Hueytown 42-32 winners over Northridge.
Closer than I expected.
Yeah, Northridge has been
down.
Yeah, I think down. I was going to say maybe not quite as good as they've been in the past, but they must have put a pretty good fight there.
Where
in
was
West
that
Jefferson
game?
County. According to what I think, it was in, or what I have is it was in Hueytown. P. So pretty good. Not a bad game by the Jags, but ultimately lost to the Golden Gophers in the Gopher Hole. The Jags couldn't get out of the Gopher Hole.
That was at the Gopher Hole, huh?
Yeah, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
Yep.
Guys, I'm going to do your favorite thing here since we're back in the booth camera for the rest of this broadcast, and we're going to turn on our...
We're going to turn on
We're
going to turn on the 7th layer of the sun here.
Whew, the good news is it was starting to get chilly in here.
It
but
is
not
getting a little
anymore.
chilly. Okay, you want to look at some of these stats? The stat line brought to us by
Mission Express. Thanks again to Chase Smith. All the locally owned and operated, and the only locally owned and operated car wash in this county.
I want to look at some individual stats for Hillcrest here tonight. Jordan Shamley, good night overall, 9 for 14 passing for 244 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception, that of the pick 6 variety. Jacoby Harris, I don't know if this is accurate. Maybe he had a few more carries than this, but Jacoby, it says 6 carries for 182 yards. That doesn't feel right. And 3 touchdowns. He did have some big runs. There were so many big plays in this game. They're just all running together.
I'll be honest with you, Brent. No matter how outrageous the stat line seems, I'm probably going to believe it just because of the number of big, like over and over and over again, the number of big plays we saw from both teams.
Yeah. Caden Smith with an enormous night, 6 catches for 167 yards, 2 touchdowns, and one of those touchdowns just an amazing highlight film catch. Jacoby Harris with 1 catch for 72 yards. So those are the big numbers for the night. Oh, it was Caden Smith who had the big punt return. It was 57 yards and a touchdown.
That's what I was trying to reference during the break, but I couldn't quite get there.
Okay, so why don't we move on to our players of the game. Bye, girls. And hey, guys, look who was here. Look who was here. We didn't talk about our guest who was here in the booth. Was Avery Hale. Avery, of course, was one of our great workers last year and did so much for me with the theater department and Pat's TV, and she's now a graduate of Hillcrest. And
we're so proud of you. You graduated from high school. Way to go, Avery. You know what else? Avery's my neighbor, and she comes by and like waves, and I'm always like, oh, hey, Avery.
Well, she's always such a positive spirit. Both these girls, Kylie back here too, both these girls are just such positive spirits and great to have around. I'm
going to put her on the mower next time, make her cut the grass.
She'll cut your hair. Oh, but you don't have any.
Oh,
but, you know, I'm not.
Is this broadcast over yet? Because it is now.
Hey, you want to find some more facts for you?
No. Sure.
Hey, before you go there, Kylie, can you bring up our players of the game graphic? How about that? Oh, it is there. Okay, thank you. All right, so the players of the game. I have suggestions for special teams
carry
for offense. Since Jacoby had monster numbers running and had that 72-yard touchdown pass reception, I think Jordan should be the offensive player of the game, although Caden obviously a worthy candidate for that. But I'm saying Caden because Caden had the big punt return for a touchdown.
That's true.
For special teams.
And then
Jordan and Jacoby for offense.
No, that's what I would agree with both of those.
I would like, whenever you end up mentioning these things, please make sure that you talk about the catch that Caden Smith had on the goal line in the north end zone.
Beautiful.
Because that was amazing.
All right, guys, what about defense? What do you think?
I'm looking at the stats right here. A.J. Love led us in tackles with 5, and then there's, we see DJ, Katori, and Miles all with 3 right then. I don't think we had any turnovers for us, so.
But I did. I will say.
Go ahead. I'll say the only thing I can think of that stands out to me big time defensively, is number one, Zay Hall chasing that kid down on that big run right there. If nothing else, the effort in him showing off his 4.5 speed, that's something that stood out to me.
It was kind of reminiscent of what's his name, the receiver. He's now at the Steelers now.
You're talking about he used to be with the Seahawks.
Yes. Come on.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember that play. I don't remember who it is. I remember
DK
the play.
Metcalf.
DK Metcalf. Yes, it was a very DK
Absolutely.
Metcalf
So
play.
to me, just the effort right there coming from, once again, the 230-pound linebacker chasing down the running back. So
let's go with Zay.
And once again, Zay's a great kid.
I wanted to say, and not that I'm okay with that pick, but I did want to give a shout out to my man Hunter Wilson.
Hunter,
because
great play.
I thought, first of all, Hunter was student of the month.
Absolutely.
All right, and I also thought Hunter did a really good job, kind of clogging up the middle at times.
We called his name a few times.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I felt like his name was.
I'm good with Hunter as well.
Deshaun Pope was really good.
Hunter. AJ, has AJ been? Has Zay been on the air with you at Hunter?
Yeah, he has.
I would love for Hunter. Hunter's going to be a star guest, by the way.
And I'm not saying, and this is one of those things where we always pick it, and the coach come back and be like, "You guys, you guys don't know what you're talking about." But just from
do
a
they
strictly,
really say that?
Well, sometimes. But the thing is, just from a fan standpoint, I thought they were pretty good.
Okay. So what do you think, Hunter or Zay?
I'm going to go with Hunter. I'm going to overrule myself, and I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Hunter as well.
Hunter Wilson, defensive player of the game. So there you have it. All right, we're done, guys. Let's see. What time is it? 9:52. Let's get out of here.
Let's
do it.
Your
final score, Hillcrest 63, County High 21. We're back next week from Alabaster, Alabama, where the Pats will take on the Thompson Warriors.
Let's do it. You can't beat them if you don't play them.
That's right. Let's do it. All right. See you then. Go Pats.
Go
Good
Pats.
night.
Go Pats.
No, I was pointing down there at